Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Wilmington Wildcats Weekly here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Brought to you, as it is each and every week, by Breezer Construction Company. A big thank you to Breezer for sponsoring each and every Wilmington Wildcats Weekly here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Well, the Cats on the road tonight to take on the Herscher Tigers. Herscher at 4-1 on the year. Wilmington comes in at 5-0. The only loss on Herscher's record is to Manteno, which is a pretty good loss to have if you're going to have one, I guess.
Yep.
Manteno is one loaded team this year. So Herscher has one loss to them. Wilmington will play Herscher actually a little bit later in the year. So as you can hear,
Wilmington will play Herscher?
Wilmington will play Manteno a little bit later in the year. Playing Herscher tonight. Manteno will be a little bit later on in the year, I believe week 9 for the Wildcats. But first things first, tonight, Wilmington gets a very good Herscher team, and one of the better games from last year as well, and one of the few teams to really give Wilmington some trouble last year. And the Cats back on the road here tonight after losing quite a few people, but as we've seen this year, they've filled in those gaps nicely, and Herscher is ready for this one. You better believe after losing that game last year, they have this one circled, especially after Wilmington won a state championship.
Well, Herscher has something the Wilmington's going to be really ready for. They have a very good passing offense. Tyler, their quarterback, is hitting at 76% with almost 10 yards completion. So they got a very good passing attack. And they got two running backs. One averages 8 yards a run, and the other averages 7. So they can complement the running with the passing.
Well, and one of the things that Coach Raints has always done at Wilmington is his philosophy is get more guys to the quarterback before the quarterback can get the ball off. And we'll see if they go with that again tonight, leaving a lot of guys on islands and a lot of one-on-one coverage throughout the field and banking on the fact that you can get to the quarterback first. And if that works, you are in pretty good shape. If you don't get to the quarterback, you could be in a little bit of trouble. So we'll see how that goes tonight.
Yeah, we have the wind blowing. I don't know what the speed is, but it's right pert speed, we say back home, out of the north, across left to right across our field here. So it's going to make it hard for anybody that's going from the south end zone toward the north to complete a pass, but the north going to the south is going to have some extra help.
What? It's windy in Herscher. That's ridiculous. We got about 17 minutes before opening kick tonight between Wilmington and Herscher. Both teams out on the field as we get set for football tonight. And as you can hear through your speakers there at home, it's windy enough, and that's when the door comes open here. Oh. We're actually in the press box. So it's really, really howling outside. Going to be actually fairly decent temperature-wise tonight. Temperature is going to be in about the 50s or so, but that wind is really going to make it seem much colder tonight. And Wilmington not going to be bothered by the wind too much. They run the football and run it all the time. Herscher is going to have to deal with that wind a little bit more with that passing attack, and that might be something that plays into Wilmington's hands here tonight.
The total for the year, Wilmington has passed how many times? 5 times maybe?
It's not very many. I mean, it's a handful at best.
So the wind's not going to bother their running game at all. But it can affect their pass defense because Herscher does like to put the ball in the air.
Well, and a lot of times you'll shorten it up, and I'm sure Herscher will do that a little bit tonight and go with some shorter routes. If you're going with the wind, of course, you can pass the ball as much as you want. When you go against the wind, it could be a little bit of a problem.
We just got the official word. It's 14-mile-an-hour wind.
Yeah, and it's every bit of that with a few gusts tonight as well. So it'll be an interesting night for football, but it is every time you come down to Herscher.
Always.
So one of the first big games this year for Wilmington, of course, that Coal City matchup earlier this year was a big one. We have this game here with Herscher and then the game at the end of the year against Manteno, and that's really going to be the test for Wilmington before they head to a playoff run again this year. It's been interesting to see where the Cats are here as they move into this game at 5-0.
Is Herscher big school or little school?
Herscher's bigger than Wilmington. They are a 4A school, or would be a 4A school should it come playoff time. I think outside of Seneca, I don't know if there's anybody under 4A anymore in the Interstate 8. I'll have to think about that for a minute. It's almost exclusively a 4A conference outside of Wilmington and Seneca. So the Cats, that's one good thing come playoff time is Wilmington has a lot of experience against schools much larger. and then they play more schools their size when it comes to playoff time, and that's really
that does help.
A huge benefit because the Cats are right smack in the middle of that 3A class. So it's not like they're a high 3A in enrollment. They're about right in the middle of what 3A should be. So they're playing up a class most of the time when they play in the Interstate 8. So that does them a lot of good come playoff time. We got about 14 minutes before kickoff tonight. We are going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get you set for football tonight from Herscher, the 5-0 Wilmington Wildcats on the road to take on the 4-1 Herscher Tigers. We will take a break. Back with more of Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 30 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com or call 815-521-0900. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in downtown Coal City is an authentic Italian restaurant that's all about sharing great food in a relaxing atmosphere. Ricchetti's has delicious paninis, sandwiches, calzones, salad, pasta, and of course, their incredible pizza. Plus, you can check out a game on one of their many TVs, and they have Wi-Fi too. Stop by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria today at 375 South Broadway in Coal City. ACN representative Pete Treby has a very simple way for you to save money on your monthly bills. All you have to do is go to Pete's website and fill out the free analysis form. Then Pete will show you a detailed way to save money on everything: wireless, satellite TV, high-speed internet, local and long distance, computer support, and coming soon, save money on energy. Go to the sponsors page on this website, click on ACN Representative Pete Treby's link, fill out the free analysis form, and start saving money today. Back here, Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. About 12 minutes away from kickoff tonight as Wilmington on the road to take on the Herscher Tigers. The Cats at 5-0, Herscher at 4-1. And, of course, a couple of different teams here tonight. Wilmington likes to run the football and run it exclusively. You'll very rarely see the Wildcats even attempt to pass. And Herscher's kind of the exact opposite of that. Herscher's going to be throwing the ball all over the field, and we'll see if Wilmington can defend that. In the past, that has been a little bit of a problem for Wilmington. It's been pass defense. But the last couple of years, it seems to be getting a little bit better as we go. Of course, this is going to be the real big test tonight for some of those younger guys who have been thrown in there, and a lot of juniors in this Wilmington lineup, to try to go against a passing attack like this after so many weeks of running the football. Now, of course, last week Westmont had a passing attack, but when you're up 40-0 and 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, it's not exactly a lot of practice. But the couple of weeks before that, we saw a lot of running, including the triple option from Reed Custer, and so there's not a lot of that to be had, at least not a lot of good passing attacks to be had. This will be the first real look at Wilmington against a predominantly pass offense. So it'll be interesting to see how they defend it tonight.
Nice. Well, he has a nice looking pass, doesn't he? He just put that ball about 40 yards down the field with ease, right in the guy's hands.
Yeah, and it'll be, they could definitely put the ball up there, but especially in the wind tonight, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Now, passing at the moment, they're hitting receivers, but when you get guys out there covering them on defense and the ball holds up for a second, that could become a problem. But for the most part, looks pretty good at the moment. Of course, they're not throwing into like a 50-mile-an-hour, gale force wind or anything. It's 15 to 20 miles an hour, but still.
It makes it a little more rough, and you're right. This is defensive-wise, against a good passing team. This is the first good passing team that they really had to play. And this is going to tell something about Wilmington. The coach, I think, is going to look at this one very closely.
All right. Well, speaking of coach, we'll talk to Jeff Reitz here in just a moment. Got our interview with him the other night. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach Jeff Reitz. As Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company, rolls on about 10 minutes away from opening kick here tonight. We're back with our interview in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Welcome back in here, Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. Joined once again by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Reitz. And Coach, last week, a chance to play everybody in a game that got kind of out of control in the first quarter, and you guys cruised to a win, but still a good night to play a lot of kids in the program.
Boy, it really is. And I was real happy with, first off, with all of our seniors to have a great homecoming game. We had a really good week at Wilmington High School, and to top it off like that on the Friday night, and the dance was really good. But like you said, our starters got in there, did their job. Boy, Nick Hawkins had a great night. Our offensive line blocked really well. Our special team stood out a little bit with the punt returns and stuff, and then we were able to get all the kids a lot of time in the program. I know Westmont's going through kind of a tough deal, and their kids played hard, but I thought our kids played just as hard, and all of our kids, not just our starters, but everybody. So a real positive night for our program.
You mentioned special teams too. I noticed on kickoffs, the kick's going a little bit deeper now to the 10, 15-yard line. Has there been some work in that area too?
Well, it really has. And, we got the Hatton kid who's a soccer kid. And to be honest with you, what we got is we got a healthy kicker. He tore up his ankle in a soccer game 2 weeks ago, and so he wasn't at full speed. And then we come out and I asked him prior going into the game a couple of days. He goes, "Well, I feel a lot better." And you saw that's the results of him just being healthy to be able to his landing foot that he sticks, or his stick foot that he puts in the ground right before he kicks. That shows that he can get another 20 yards on that kick.
And again, defensively, forced some turnovers. One turned into a touchdown on the fumble recovery by Breimer, and another night where until you get into that second half where you get some of those second and third teamers in, you guys just completely shut down another offense.
Yeah, I know. We right now we're able to hang our head on our defense a little bit and obviously run the ball, which is our philosophy right now. And it's something we're going to have to do against Herscher. We got to be able to stop the run, and we got to be able to run it. And I think defensively, it's another game where our kids came through and did their job, did what they were supposed to do. We had a lot of adjustments, and the kids are getting better with that. It seems like per week. Put it this way, we got a lot more in now than we did sandwich because the kids can handle it. And that gets them flying around and playing fast, and that's what we want.
Well, now you get Herscher, and for the first time in a couple of weeks, a game that really seems like it's going to need some preparation and kids to go in all fired up. And I know the last couple of weeks it's been kind of, all right, let's go. Let's see if we can, get this over and done with. And now you have a stretch of games really now through the end of the year, outside of maybe Seneca, where you got 3 or 4 pretty tough games to end up the season.
You're darn right. And everybody's got their schedule, and it just happens that ours happens to be coming down toward the end here where we got some stud teams. And but obviously we're worried about Herscher right now, and we're going to get a great effort out of them. They're going to be fired up. They want the conference championship just like we do, and it's over at their place. So it's going to be a playoff type of atmosphere, and how do we handle ourselves? And so it's going to be we're going to find out a lot about our team, and I'm looking forward to it. And
some interesting similarities too, especially line wise. Some of the kids matching up very similar to kids across the line from them, which for guys like Bailey and some of those other guys, they haven't had that experience yet with somebody just as big as them lining up across from them.
You're exactly right. And you get big on big in this game. And let's see who's going to win that battle. And, they've gone against them. Mantino probably is their best team that they've gone against. And we've gone against a physical team in Coal City and Lyle. And so, it's it's very, like I said it before the Coal City game, and I'm saying it before here. It's a lot of evens, a lot of similarities between both teams, and so it's time to play and see where we're both at.
One of the new things this week is 2 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Haven't had that for 3 weeks now, so a chance to actually get 2 games in on a Friday night.
Yeah, and it's back to normalcy. I'm happy that our sophomores can get a game and play before the varsity. That hasn't happened. At Braidwood it was because of the weather, and then Westmont didn't have a JV team. So it'd be good to get back, and throughout the rest of the year we should be good with that.
And then lastly tonight, injury-wise, once again, not much that I know of, but is there anything there?
No, we're good. Knock on wood. We got to keep dodging that bullet, and we have for quite a while. And like I said last week, got to play hard. If you're playing hard most of the time, you're going to try to stay away from that injury. Now, the fluke injury, you can never tell, and that's going to happen to anybody. But, hopefully we're developing some depth through these games, and we've got a lot of kids in playing time that if by chance one does happen, we can have another kid step in and do the job.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight. We'll talk to you in the postgame.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate it.
Coach Jeff Ridge joining us here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. We'll take a break, come back, get you set for opening kick tonight, about 4 minutes away from our first kick between Wilmington and Reed Custer. We'll tell you who won the toss and all that good stuff here in just a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Styling Salon in Wilmington is a casual, family-friendly salon that caters to people of all ages. Teresa's provides everything from haircuts to perms to manicures, and they can highlight or color your hair for that special look. Teresa's is located in the Southgate Plaza on Water Street in Wilmington. Call today for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. This is Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company as the Cats on the road to take on the Herscher Tigers. Coin toss tonight, won by Herscher. They deferred to the second half. Wilmington will receive. Herscher will be kicking off with the wind. And from where we stand in the press box, that is a left to right here tonight. A good 15 to 20 mile an hour wind. So Herscher will be kicking with that wind in the first quarter. And Wilmington will get their first offensive possession underway with opening kick here tonight. Got a couple of minutes before our opening kick. We'll take ourselves one more break here tonight so they can do the national anthem with the Herscher Band. And when we come back, we will get to opening kick, and Wilmington will get their first offensive possession underway. The 5-0 Wilmington Wildcats taking on the 4-1 Herscher Tigers. Back here in just a moment. This is Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company on the Christian Internet Sports Network. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop specializing in top-of-the-line customer service. Warren's accepts all insurance companies, and they offer free estimates, certified technicians, and a lifetime written warranty. Plus, Warren's will set you up with a rental car while your vehicle is in the shop. So the next time you need work done on your vehicle, call my good friend Warren at 815-458-3300 or stop by Warren's Collision Center at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood. You can also check them out online at warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Wilmington Wildcats Weekly brought to you by Breezer Construction Company. Draws to a close as we get set for opening kick tonight here from Herscher. Wilmington on the road to take on the Herscher Tigers. Band out on the field finishing up with their school song. And as soon as they get off the field, we get down to football action tonight. The Cats will receive. Herscher won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So Wilmington will receive here in just a moment. And the Wildcats will be going right to left into a 15 to 20 mile an hour wind to get things started here tonight. Now, of course, for the Cats, you like to start things off on the right foot, which is running the football, getting some first downs, chewing up a whole bunch of clock, and getting the ball in the end zone on the first drive of the game. And if you can accomplish those three things and eat up about half the first quarter, you really limits what Herscher can bring to the table. So we'll see what they can do here tonight. The Cats on their first real big test this year. The Coal City game was, but then Coal City went out and just got whitewashed by Plano at home. And I'm not really sure what happened there. I know they were missing a couple of guys, but that game got out of control in a hurry.
That was really surprising, wasn't it?
That I got that out of control, yeah.
I mean, you might expect them to lose.
Sure.
But not by that much.
Well, Plano this year, didn't they defeat Yorkville? And I think it was second week of the year, and Yorkville just beat Morris the other night, 14-0 or something like that. So
wow.
I was talking about that with Jeff Dillon here at Catbackers.
That's impressive.
I said, so in effect, Plano could beat Morris. So if you go with 6 degrees of separation or whatever it is. But but really, I mean, if they beat Yorkville and Yorkville beat Morris, they could definitely hang with them.
I think keys tonight's game. I think one of the keys tonight's game is Wilmington being able to run the ball and control the clock. If they can do that and limit Herscher's offensive plays, that'll give them a great ability. And then the second one is, of course, their pass defense. We don't know how it's going to be. We haven't played a good pass-oriented team yet. This could be a good measuring stick.
Well, if Herscher ever decides to take the field, we will get tonight's game underway.
They're still in that big tiger's mouth over there with the band out in front of them both sides.
It is kind of a cool tiger mouth to run out of, though. We'll say that.
Yeah, it is.
I wonder, that thing's
kind of makes me homesick.
I was thinking that thing would just blow away in the breeze, but there's got to be some sort of weight system in the bottom of that thing, as much wind as there is tonight.
I say they've got it anchored down, probably.
So here come the Herscher Tigers. Come over here to the near sideline. They got some fireworks going off here as well, and we'll get set for football tonight. Here from Herscher is the Tigers at 4-1. Desperately looking to get a win against Wilmington, especially after what happened last year. The Cats trying to just keep going as it is. And so far, so good this year. Wilmington at 5-0, but haven't really been tested a whole lot. And tonight we will get one of those tests. So the Cats will send back Nick Hawkins here on the near sideline. And I believe it's Tyler Breimer on that far sideline, although I can't really make out the number. I would assume it is. That's usually who lines up back there around the 10.
The way he's down is hard to tell. But
so it's Breimer and Hawkins back at the 10. Herscher will tee it up at the 40. They're kicking off left to right here tonight and kicking off with a 15 to 20 mile an hour breeze. So this kick might get relatively deep, if not go into the end zone. But we'll see. Tyler Fisher has the ball, and we'll get set to tee it up at the 40, should they actually get a football, and here it comes.
This is a good Herscher winning the toss. It was a good thing to defer, because they get the kick at this win. They could put Wilmington pinned back a long ways, unless, of course, They let it bounce and go in the end zone.
And honestly, the wind is a big thing tonight. That could come in as a factor here before this thing is over. So you got to take that into account when you win the toss too. So the ball teed up at the 40. And Tyler Fisher has it all teed up, and it just fell off the tee. And
there's going to be a problem with the wind.
Pretty good feeling somebody's going to end up having to hold this thing in just a moment. I can't imagine that's going to stay on that tee, but we'll see. Wind actually died down a little bit. The flag is...
If they can do it before the puff of wind gets back up again, they'll make it. There he goes.
Fisher approach, and the kick is deep. This is going to get into the end zone, and it is a touchback, and Wilmington will start 1st and 10 from the 20. No big surprise there with a stiff breeze at the back of Fisher. Has a good leg, though, too.
Yeah, he does.
Boom that thing through the end zone. So Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Of course, Jeff Treadman will lead the attack for the Wildcats. The junior quarterback will be joined by Tyler Breimer and Nick Hawkins in the backfield. Wilmington in their all-white uniforms tonight with purples, numbers, letters, and trim, along with that purple paw print. Actually, I think it's Owen Weaver getting the start at the far side this time around. Weaver gets the handoff near side, breaks a couple of tackles, and churns out to near the 23, maybe the 24-yard line. Good gain on 1st down for the Cats, and Owen Weaver will give him 4. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for Wilmington.
Yeah, that's what the coach is looking for, 4 or 5 yards in that first down carry.
That Wilmington offensive line is going to have to do a nice job here tonight. Blake Geis along with Bailey Boswell. Give you the rest of them here in just a moment. As again, double wing for the Cats. Everything packed in. Off to Hawkins it goes. And he bounces it to the outside. There is nowhere to go. As a matter of fact, he might have lost a yard or two.
Great pursuit that time by the defense. They caught him trying to go wide. They kept sealing it off.
Anthony Caranda on the stop for Herscher. Loss of a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Wilmington.
That's one thing about playing against Wilmington. You know what defense to play. You know what to do. They're going to do the same thing. You just got to try to stop them.
Robert Van Dyne, Ben Studer, also on that offensive line for Wilmington tonight. Herscher with now 5, almost 6 guys on the line. Pitch comes near side, breaking it free is Weaver. He's across the 40, 45, 50. Weaver, is he going to get caught? No way. Owen Weaver all the way to the end zone. Touchdown.
Wow.
A 76-yard touchdown run for Owen Weaver, and the Cats lead 6-0 with 10:33 to go opening quarter. My goodness, did that happen in a hurry.
He came through there. I thought he was going to get kind of held up right about just past the line of scrimmage. He took a step, it looked like to the right, and took off. Nobody touched him after that.
I initially thought, too, that somebody might have the angle and cut him off, but he just ran away from everybody. So the Cats will attempt the extra point here. Alex Hatton, the junior kicker, on for Wilmington.
Oh.
A little bit of an extended time here for the snap. Still waiting, and there's a snap. The hold is good. The kick from Alex Hatton is good, and Wilmington leads it 7-0 with 10:33 to go in our opening quarter. Well, a good first drive for the Cats. Let's see if Herscher can respond. Wilmington leads it 7-0, 10:33 to go opening quarter. Back here in just a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 30 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com, or call 815-521-0900. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in downtown Coal City is an authentic Italian restaurant that's all about sharing great food in a relaxing atmosphere. Ricchetti's has delicious paninis, sandwiches, calzones, salad, pasta, and of course their incredible pizza. Plus, you can check out a game on one of their many TVs, and they have Wi-Fi too. Stop by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria today at 375 South Broadway in Coal City.
Alex Hatton has it teed up at the 40. Will approach here.
Oh.
And a high short kick. And it's caught out at the 42-yard line. That almost had to be on purpose, didn't it? I can't imagine he missed it and kicked it
I'll tell you
too
what.
high and short. Maybe he did. I don't.
It looked like. I don't know. It looked like he kicked too far into the bar, but maybe he was trying to do an onside kick.
Well, that is one way to do it. But if you're Herscher, you call for a fair catch. I mean, you kick that ball high in the air, you can call for a fair catch at the 43 just as much as you can back at the 20. So 2 receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near, and Herscher going out of the shotgun here early. Tyler Jones takes the snap and almost gets away from him. Now he'll fire near side, caught by Joel Azzarelli. Tries to get the corner, breaks a couple of tackles, and is shoved out of bounds at the 45-yard line, a gain of 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. So Tyler Jones with a nice screen pass. And we have now trips receivers to the far side, 1 back to the near. Out of the gun is Jones again. 1 running back to his right. 2nd down and 8 for Herscher. Handoff goes nowhere. Owen Weaver ate that up in a hurry.
Boy, he got there almost the time the ball did.
Matt Alsip on the carry. He picks up 1 yard. Actually, nice run to get 1 yard out of that. Bring up 3rd down and 7 for Herscher.
Yeah, you're right. He got hit almost the same time he got the ball. He carried the guy with him for 1 yard.
Again, 2 receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. Out of the shotgun is Jones with the running back to his left. No safeties back for Wilmington either. All single coverage. Snap back to Jones, looks left side, fires incomplete, and that was way overshot. Pass intended for Trevor Burns, and Tyler Jones just airmailed it. And that will bring up 4th down for Herscher. Be 4th and 7 for the Tigers. And Tyler Fisher will get set to punt. And for Wilmington, make sure he punts it, please. Ball out at the 46-yard line. Although it is 4th and 7, you wouldn't think they would pull off anything, but this would be the time to do it if you're going to try it.
They're almost at midfield, 46-yard line. So,
snap goes underneath the legs of Fisher. Now he's going to try to run, throws a pass. It is caught, and it might end up being a 1st down. It is. Down to the 45-yard line, caught by Tyler Jarnigan, and an absolute disaster turns into a 1st down for Herscher.
And there's a penalty flag at the end of the play.
Is there a flag down? I didn't. There
right in the backfield.
Is one down at the 41-yard line. They're going to decline this if you're Herscher. There's absolutely no reason to, unless it's a personal foul. And then you go ahead and tack it on, but they wouldn't be asking them if it was that.
Right.
So unless it's more yards on the advancement than
from where it happened, maybe
what the punt was. And if it's a 10-yard penalty, they're still talking to Herscher because this might be more yards off the penalty than off the 1st down you originally got. So I think that's the question here. And the Wilmington coaching staff not too happy about something on the sideline. I'm not really sure what they would be upset about unless it was someone that we have a legal substitution on Wilmington.
Well,
so in any case, it's 1st and 10 for Herscher from the 40.
So there is no pass then?
No, the pass would not count. They went ahead and took the penalty yardage. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Herscher from the 40 of Wilmington. Well, maybe that'll kickstart the Herscher offense. And I think the Wilmington coaching staff still has some questions. Coach Reitz, not way out in the field, but about 4 or 5 steps out on the field. And now he heads back to the sideline, but they're still discussing what is going on. So they're still adamant on the Wilmington sideline that something is wrong, but Apparently, the referee crew says we're just going to go with this. 1st and 10 for Herscher from the 40. Out of the gun is Jones. Handoff comes near side. That goes nowhere. Allsip cut down in the backfield by Sam Jones. Might have gotten a yard, maybe, if they stretch out a little bit. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, he slammed the ball down afterwards in disgust. But if he'd have gotten past that one person, he'd had room to go roam, man.
So trips receivers to the far side, one back to the near. Jones still will play out of the shotgun here. 2nd and 9 for Herscher from the 39 of Wilmington. Only 3 down linemen for the Cats. Now they bring up a 4th and a 5th to the defensive line. Let's see if they bring them. They do. Quarterback keeper down to the 36-yard line. Jones on the carry. Again, Owen Weaver on the stop. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for Herscher. Actually, 3rd and 5 from where they spotted the ball. This refereeing crew here tonight is yardage happy. And it's been every time, too. It's not just every now and then. They're moving the ball up about a yard off of every carry. So 3rd down and 5 for Herscher from the 35 of Wilmington. They got very fortunate on a snap to the punter that went through his legs, but it was actually a really nice job by Tyler Fisher to keep the play alive. Bobbled snap. Now swing pass far side is dropped, and Joel Azzarelli had a bit of open territory in front of him. I don't know how far he would have gotten, but on initial look there was some open field on the far side, and they'll bring up 4th down and 5 for Herscher.
Very, very much like the run on right in by Allsup that 1st down. If he'd have gotten past that one guy, he'd have really been able to make hay.
Well, 4th and 5 for Herscher.
They're going to go for it.
They will, I would think so, at the 35-yard line. There's really no advantage here to punting the football. So trips receivers to the far side, 1 back to the near. Jones out of the gun. To his left is Matt Allsup. 4th and 5 for Herscher. Looks like Wilmington might bring blitz. They do from the edge, and they have the perfect play on. This is going to go maybe for a touchdown, and it will. A 35-yard touchdown pass to Matt Allsup on a screen pass that was the perfect call, and it's 7-6, the lead for Wilmington with 8:12 to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah, there was nobody assigned to Allsup that time. He had a free road.
Well, the Cats brought pressure, and they brought pressure off the corner as Brett McWilliams came in on a blitz, and they sent 4 or 5 guys, and Herscher had the perfect play on for that, which was a little screen pass, and now an extra point away from tying the game.
They knew Wilmington well. They tried to put pressure on the quarterback to stop the pass, and so they just took advantage of that.
The extra point is good somehow. I don't know how he got that thing through the uprights, but he did. 7-7 the game. We got a good one. 8:12 to go opening quarter. We'll take a break. Come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
ACN representative Pete Treby has a very simple way for you to save money on your monthly bills. All you have to do is go to Pete's website and fill out the free analysis form. Then Pete will show you a detailed way to save money on everything: wireless, satellite TV, high-speed internet, local and long distance, computer support, and coming soon, save money on energy. Go to the sponsors page on this website, click on ACN Representative Pete Treby's link, fill out the free analysis form, and start saving money today. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
Well, it's 7-7 the score as Herscher and Wilmington all tied up with 8:12 to go in our opening quarter. A 35-yard touchdown pass, Tyler Fisher to Matt Allsup on a little screen pass. Wilmington had a 76-yard touchdown run by Owen Weaver on their first possession. So we're tied at 7. And just like we knew, going to be a good one here tonight as Tyler Fisher has it teed up and gets blown off the tee again.
Yeah. Well, we said the real key is going to be one of the two. One, Wilmington controlling ball, and 2, can they play pass defense against them?
Well, they had the absolutely perfect play called on a screen pass against a blitz, because that's exactly what you're looking for if you're the Herscher offense. This ball kicked back deep, and it's taken in the end zone. And, of course, in high school football, you cannot return a kick. If it goes into the end zone, it's just automatically a touchback. So it will come out to the 20-yard line. Wilmington will start there once again, 1st and 10 for the second time tonight. Well, we knew it would be interesting. It really looked like Wilmington was set to start controlling the game, and then that crazy snap through the legs of the punter and turned into a first down, and that kind of flipped everything on its head.
Changed the whole dynamics. Changed the attitude of both clubs and everything, all right, in one play.
1st and 10 for the Cats. Again, back to double wing. Weaver and Hawkins, the wing backs. Pitch back to Hawkins. Tries to dump it to the outside. And he'll end up picking 3, maybe 4 yards up on that first down carry. Nick, on the second carry tonight, much like his first carry, nothing to the inside and just bounces it to the outside. That time picks up 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
They've got Nick's number. They're really spotting on him. If he gets the ball, they're right at him.
Well, maybe Nick Preto can get a little bit going here tonight at that fullback position. We'll see. 6 guys on the defensive line now for Herscher. They really stack it up. Near side it comes. Boy, that took way too long. Owen Weaver got maybe a yard, but that just took forever to get to the near side. Matt Alsip on the tackle.
And no gain. Yeah, you're right. That was a slow developing play, and against this Herscher team, that's not going to hack it.
Well, that is not where Wilmington wants to be, and that's 3rd and long. That can turn out to be a problem in a hurry. This Wilmington offense is not what you would call passing friendly. 3rd down and a long 7 for the Cats. Again, back to the double wing. 6:53 to go opening quarter. 7-7 tie. Handoff goes to Hawkins. Spins away from a tackle, and he's going to be dropped at the 27-yard line after a gain of about 4, and that's nowhere near a first down, and Wilmington will have to punt. That's the problem tonight. You get stuck in 3rd and long, there's nowhere to go.
Nope.
So it'll bring up 4th down and 4 for the Cats. Ball at their own 27-yard line.
Well, if you're the defensive coordinator, it's easier to call a game for Herscher because you put all your people on the line. You know Wilmington's run the ball. When it comes to Wilmington's defensive coordinator against Herscher, you don't know what they're going to do.
Trevor Burns back deep for Herscher. Keaton Hansen set to punt from Wilmington.
Man.
And this bounces and will take kind of a Wilmington roll. And it's going to be touch dead at the 42-yard line. So kicking into that wind doesn't do Wilmington any favors. And now Herscher with a very short field. And you had the kickoff from Wilmington that went all of 13 yards and gave Herscher great field position. Now the punt doesn't go much farther than that, maybe 20 yards at most. And Herscher knocking on the door already. They haven't even done anything yet. Trips receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Tyler Jones again out of the gun, 1 back to his left. 1st and 10, Herscher from the 42 of Wilmington. Handoff goes up the middle, gain of maybe 2 on that carry. I'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Matt Alsip on the run for Herscher.
The right defensive end for Wilmington, our left defensive end, is moving in fast and cutting across the line of scrimmage and coming in behind and tackling the runner from behind.
So 2nd down and 8 for Herscher. Trips receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. Jones by himself in the backfield. Takes the snap, fakes the run, throws a pass, and absolutely getting hammered is Matt Alsip. Tyler Breimer blew that thing up in a hurry, and it will bring up 3rd down and close to 10. Boy, what a job by Tyler Breimer reading that pass. They tried to fake the quarterback keeper, and Tyler was having none of that. 3rd down and 9 for Herscher now from the 41 of Wilmington. Again, trips receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Jones out of the gun, 1 back to his right. Jones chops back, fires deep down the far sideline. It is incomplete, and that pass was nowhere near Tyler Stewart. I mean, not even in the same area code. And that's hard to do because Tyler's a big kid. He is 6'7", 175 pounds. So if you miss him, that's a little bit of a problem. So Herscher faces 4th down and 9. As Tyler Fisher will get set to punt. This time around, make sure he gets it and punts it, please. Primer and Hawkins back deep for the Cats. Good snap. The kick here is straight up in the air. And Wilmington's just going to let it go. Boy, that's a beautiful kick. I mean, that's a gorgeous kick from Tyler Fisher. Goes out right around the 11-yard line is where it bounces out of bounds. Good job from Tyler, giving nobody a chance for a return. And Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from the 11. 4:39 to go in the quarter. You'd like to see Wilmington at least pick up a couple first downs here so you don't have to kick it in the wind again and give Herscher ridiculous field position.
So far, Wilmington has had the ball 3 times, twice in the 20 and now once on 11. So they haven't had good field position, just the opposite of what Herscher's had.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Cats. Again, Weaver and Hawkins at wingbacks. Treadman under center, takes it on the keeper up the middle, and he'll shove it ahead for a gain of 3, maybe 4 yards. Boy, that's just a quick hitter right up the gut. A gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
That's the other dimension that Wilmington can give you from the backfield. Is Treadman is a very good running back.
Well, and again, for Wilmington, you got to give Barry a little bit of time here. First quarter, maybe even first half, to see Herscher's tendencies so he can come back with some different stuff. That's why usually it takes a little while to get something going because you have to see what they're doing. Handoff near side. Good cutback by Weaver out across the 20 to the 23-yard line where he's tackled by Tyler Jarnigan. Well, that's a really nice run by Owen Weaver.
Made that quick right, cut back to the right, did a nice job.
A gain of 10 and a Wilmington 1st down. It looked like he had enough room to come to the outside, but he saw something up the middle and made a quick cut right up the gut.
Wasn't that a quick one? Man, he just like on a dime turned.
1st and 10 Wilmington from the 23-yard line. Again, double wing, everything packed in tight. Pitch back to Hawkins and just nowhere to go. I mean, there's nothing there. Herscher's got every single defensive player within 5 yards of the ball, and they're all waiting for Nick Hawkins.
Yeah, they are.
So to bring up 2nd and 10.
I'd almost be willing to let him have a little screen pass out to the right or left, get him out in some running room.
Tell you what, if they threw a screen pass into this wind, it'd probably shock everybody in the stadium.
It might end up next county. I don't know.
3 minutes to go in the quarter. Back to the double wing again. 2nd and 10 for Wilmington. Pitch to Hawkins. He's trying to run to the outside, trying to get the corner, breaks a tackle, and churns ahead across the 30-yard line and gets out maybe to the 31.
Going to get about, 8 yards out of
Gain
that?
of about 7, or will bring up 3rd and 3 for Wilmington. And that's really
look where they put that.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, they brought about friendly. 2 yards.
So it's about 3rd and 4 almost. Give Hawkins a gain of 6. And that's kind of the stuff you're going to have to do tonight is get Nick out real wide and let him use his speed. Because anything in the middle is going to be really tough. 6 guys, 6 down linemen for Herscher, and a lot of them are big. Near side it comes. Big hole for Weaver. Almost broke it and finally gets chipped up at the 45-yard line. A gain of 15 for Owen Weaver. I mean, there was nobody on that side of the field.
It looks like they're just unprepared for Weaver. Totally. They're keying on Nick. And again, it's that same play coming across and hitting the left slot there, left the guard.
I think they're following the same theory that a lot of these teams will, which is we're gonna stop Nick Hawkins no matter what. If somebody else beats us, so be it, but he's not gonna do it. And that works for a little while, but eventually you're going to start exposing that. Again, everybody packed in tight. 1st and 10 from the 45. Weaver nowhere to go that time around. Everything just stacked up. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
3, 4, 4 Tigers, right?
I'm telling you, for Herscher, 75 Grant Miller at 6'2", 300 pounds, just plugging up the middle of the field.
He can plug it up, can he?
Austin Jarnigan and on that defensive line, too. He's 6'3", 245. Also joined by Alex Leiser at 5'11", 227 up front. I mean, that's a big defensive line you're trying to run against. And now bringing 6, almost 7 up to the line of scrimmage. Hand off to Preto, and he almost broke it. Got tripped up, picks up 3, close to 4 yards. And I really think you come back to that a couple times tonight. Where is that spot from?
Oh,
well, I guess he gained 3 yards and not the 4.5 that it sure appeared as. But so it'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Wilmington. Ball at the 48-yard line of the Cats. The thing here for Wilmington, don't get in too big of a hurry, because if you don't make it here, you want the quarter to run out. So again, double wing for Wilmington, taking their time here. Pitch back to Weaver, trying to get the corner. Has a couple of blocks across midfield, and I think he's got the 1st down. Depends on this spot. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, look what he's going to do. Clear back here on the other side of the line. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
That
so the ball
really crazy.
laid out at the 44, almost the 45, or 46, almost the 45 of Herscher. It will bring up 4th down.
About a half a yard.
And, yeah, maybe a quarter of a yard. And how in the world can you not call the chains out here? They're finally going to do that. Well, it was a nice run by Weaver off the near side, cut it back in, picked up the 1st down, and then the ball got moved back a yard.
Yeah, we're right here, right even with that yard stripe, right straight in front of us. And he went across that yard stripe when he was tackled, and they've got that down short of the yard stripe. So,
well, we'll see here. No matter what, you might see Wilmington go for it here. If you can't pick up a quarter of a yard, although you don't really want to give Herscher field position either. And it is short.
About 3 inches, 2 inches.
And Wilmington will have the ball 4th and a couple of inches, and I would be actually pretty surprised here if Wilmington doesn't go for this. Matter of fact, they'll probably run that clock, and they'll wait till the 2nd quarter to get play called here.
Boy, that is just terrible marking the ball.
That's not particularly good.
That's right in front of us.
So they will run the clock. That'll bring us to the end of the quarter. So we'll take a break. We'll come back with the 2nd quarter in a moment. Game tied at 7. Wilmington will have it 4th down and about an inch when we come back. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Styling Salon in Wilmington is a casual, family-friendly salon that caters to people of all ages. Teresa's provides everything from haircuts to perms to manicures, and they can highlight or color your hair for that special look. Teresa's is located in the Southgate Plaza on Water Street in Wilmington. Call today for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
Start of quarter number 2. Wilmington and Herscher tied at 7. The Cats will have the ball 4th down and technically a yard, but it's 4th down and maybe a couple inches at the most.
I'd say 2 inches.
Well, let's see where they go here. Herscher's going to bring everybody up on the line. So let's see what the Cats elect to do on 4th down and a couple of inches. Again, it's Weaver and Hawkins, and it's just a quarterback keeper, and that's actually a really nice call.
Yeah, it is.
Jeff Treadman in a hurry. Is that a flag down on the far sideline?
I don't
There's
think
something
so.
down on the far sideline. It's not a flag, but there is. See it right there inside the 45, the 44? Looked like it was a flag at first, but just it's evidently a piece of paper on that far sideline. So it is a 1st down, a gain of half a yard, but that was plenty to pick it up. So 1st and 10 Wilmington from the 45 of Herscher. Again, a good time-consuming drive here. Hawkins and Weaver, the wingbacks. Pitch back to Weaver, trying to get far side, almost tracked down from behind. and tried to get away and doesn't eventually. As a matter of fact, he might have lost a couple of yards.
Yeah, I think he did. They had that sniffed out pretty good. He had nowhere to go.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 12. I'm telling you, Nick Preto tonight, I would not go away from that so soon, because I think they're keying so much on those two wingbacks, and he's hard to find and he's quick. So let's see.
He
2nd
is.
down and 12, ball at the 46, almost the 47 now. Treadman rolls out right side, looking downfield, still looking, going to keep it himself, and is tackled down at the 41-yard line. So he ends up getting
Wait till they mark it.
about 5 yards or so. And it will bring up
Now you got 4
3rd
yards.
down and 6, maybe 7 here for the Cats from the 41-yard line of Herscher. Under 11 minutes to go in the half. We're tied at 7. As Treadman on that quarterback rollout. And for Wilmington, they're really going to have to come up with some way to pass out of that, too, because teams are going to start catching on that he's never going to throw the ball. So 3rd down and almost 7 for the Cats from the 41. Handoff comes Hawkins, near side, gets the corner, 40, 35, 30, and Hawkins is going to walk into the end zone. There is nobody anywhere near Nick Hawkins. 41-yard touchdown run. It's 13-7 Wilmington, and what a great call from Barry. Do you see what they did? They ran a fake with the running back one way and handed it off to Hawkins coming back near side, and nobody had a clue that he had the football.
Now, they were following that first one. You're right. Great call.
Well, they've used Weaver as a decoy, and it worked great as Hawkins just cruises into the end zone. 41-yard touchdown run, 13-7 Wilmington, 10:50 now to go in the half. Alex Hatton on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold from Treadman, and the kick is good as well. And there's a flag down real late, and it might be running into the kicker, Hatton. Boy, you hope he's not injured, because that would be a problem. So we'll see. We have a flag down at the 12-yard line. Let's see what this actually is. I guess they're going to go over and let's just take a break. By the time they figure this out, we could have run 4 commercials. 10:50 to go in the half. It's 14-7 Wilmington. We'll take a timeout. Back with more Cats football in just a moment.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today.
So Alex Hatton gets to tee the ball up from the 45-yard line because of the roughing the kicker penalty on Herscher. So the 15-yarder assessed on the kickoff. The kick back deep, and it is into the end zone. So it will be Herscher football, 1st and 10 from the 20 into the win. So now they get a taste of what it's like to go into the win from the 20-yard line. And that's really the key. If you can hold your own going into the wind and then get the win at your back, that becomes a huge advantage. And so let's see how Herscher deals with that. Although for the most part, Herscher doesn't really put the ball in the air that deep.
Yeah,
usually short type of passes.
And it hasn't seemed to have affected the passing much in the ones we've seen him throw. Of course, most of those are with the wind, man.
I mean, when he's throwing it deep, it's been off, but that could be for a number of reasons. Trips receivers to the near side, one to the far. 1st and 10, Herscher from their own 20. Tyler Jones out of the shotgun once again. Takes the snap. Wilmington sends pressure, and this is going to go for a gain of a couple of yards. Matt Alsip on the carry as Owen Weaver wraps him up. Gain of close to 3 yards brings up 2nd and 7 for Herscher. Wilmington's actually done a pretty nice job of stopping that Herscher running attack.
Yeah.
So 2 receivers to either side. Jones out of the gun again. 1 running back to his left. Takes the snap, looks right side. Now he'll fire deep down the far sideline. It's intercepted. That's throwing into the wind like that is not a good idea. Picked off and inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. On the return is Dylan Wallace. And I mean, that throw was way underthrown, but of course he's throwing into a 20-mile-an-hour wind.
And at the same time, the receiver went to cut back and he slipped and fell. So that was easy. And there's a flag.
There's a flag down, but it's really late. This is going to be after the interception, more than likely a hold or a block in the back here. That's usually where it comes from. We got a block in the back on Wilmington, so that'll back it up. But even still, the Cats should end up with pretty good field position here. And I'm really surprised Herscher tried to throw the ball deep into the wind because that ball just died.
That's a tough way to throw it. That's where we saw the wind getting in the passing game. Advise him, I'd keep him limited about 10, 15 yards. And that's about it.
Well, I understand, too, you might catch them off guard by throwing into the wind, but if they're out there at all, that's a problem. 10:06 to go in the half, 14-7 Wilmington, and again, short field. That's the bonus to having the wind at your back. The ball at the 37-yard line of Herscher. Again, double wing for the Cats, Weaver and Hawkins, the wingbacks. Treadman under center, Wilmington going left to right with the wind. Up the middle, Treadman again, bangs away, and now tries to spin inside the 30.
That's tough running inside there, boy. There's a lot of bodies in there.
And really what Barry's doing here is he's giving a lot of different things for Herscher to look at. We've seen Treadman run the ball a couple of times. We saw the fake handoff. We've seen Preto once or twice.
Roll out.
So the more you give them to look and watch for, the more that kind of opens up a little bit. So you try to get in their heads that you're running the football any number of ways and see if that frees up something else. 2nd down and 8 for Wilmington from the 35 of Herscher. Again, double wing, handoff right side, Hawkins, nowhere to go. That's a really nice job by Herscher's defense. And I don't know how they don't end up with the football because it looked like Austin Jarnigan took it right out of his hands. But apparently they said his knee was down. I mean, really, before Hawkins was even tackled, Jarnigan had the football, so it's hard to tell from here, of course. But in any case, it'll bring up 3rd down and close to 9 for the Cats.
Must have had a quick whistle. You know, some of the officials are a lot quicker than others. One game we did, they went on and fought forever.
For like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
it was a little whistle.
And they did that all night long.
So 3rd and 9 for the Cats. Ball at the 36-yard line. Again, double wing, pitch back to Weaver, trying to get the corner inside the 35, down to the 30 before he's finally tripped up. A gain of 6 yards. We'll see what Wilmington does here on 4th down. I mean, of course, they're going to go for it, but what kind of play will Wilmington use on 4th and 3? It's a little bit too long to run the keeper. Everybody's keying on Hawkins. This might be the time that Herscher looks for that fullback carry. So be interesting. Let's see what they come up with here. 4th down and 3 for Wilmington from the 30 of Herscher. 8:05 to go in the half. Again, back to double wing. Weaver and Hawkins with Preto at fullback. Treadman under center. Takes the snap. Treadman rolls around right side, looking downfield, fires a pass, and that is way overthrown. And that was interesting, to say the least. Well, the ball goes over on downs to Herscher, and I don't think that was designed in any way for Treadman to actually throw the ball, but he realized when he got to the sideline, there was no way he was going to run for the 1st down. So
that ball wasn't within somewhere between 5 and 10 yards from any receiver.
I mean, maybe it was a design pass, but I don't know. He waited real late to throw it if it was. So 1st and 10 for Herscher. Either way, it doesn't matter. The Tigers had the ball 1st and 10 from their own 30. Trips receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Out of the gun again is Tyler Jones. 7:51 to go in the half. Snap back to Jones, fakes the handoff, swings it right side, caught by Trevor Burns, makes a nice move, gets out across the 40, fumbled the football, and they're going to say he's down. Why not? Because everything else tonight has been interesting. And they're going to say he was down. And no, they say it is Wilmington football. You know, I've seen... Well, I don't know.
That was about a 10-yard game.
Trevor Burns fumbled the football about, I think, a full second after it was down on the field, but it doesn't matter. The near side rep said Wilmington football. They came out of there with it, so the Cats will have it 1st and 10 from the 42. Actually, a pretty nice play call. Burns picked up the first down, and Wilmington forces another turnover.
It was a nice play call. They had a nice box set up for the screen. Did a good job of running and changing direction.
Sometimes I really wonder. Handoff up the middle. Preto and breaks free inside the 40 down to the 37, maybe 38-yard line.
I think you're right. I think that's going to be a key.
Yep.
Preto in there.
He's picked up 4 yards, brings up 2nd down and 6. And see, I mean, all really Herscher has to do is have somebody hit him, and it's okay. But the problem is hitting him. He's so small, and then he gets behind those offensive linemen, and it's very difficult to find him at times. And not only that, it's such a quick hitter. Again, it's assignment football if you're Herscher. You have somebody assigned to that. 2nd down and 6 for Wilmington from now the 38-yard line of Herscher. Coming up on 7 minutes to go in the half. Handoff Hawkins near side. Nowhere to go. Bounces it outside inside the 40 down to the 35 and then gets shoved out of bounds down around the 31-yard line. That was a nice run from Nick, too, because there was nothing on the near side, and he made all that happen on his own.
7 yards.
All the way down to the 31.
That was a tough run. He did. You're right. He made it on his own.
Well, it sure looked like he wasn't even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10, Wilmington from the 31. Again, the longer that you can hold on to the football,
the better off you are.
The more you keep Herscher's offense off the field. 1st and 10, Cats. Again, Weaver and Hawkins at wingbacks. Preto at fullback. Trudman under center. Still 6 guys in the line of scrimmage. Preto up the middle. And still going down to the 25-yard line. And I'm telling you, that's going to be the guy tonight.
6 yards on that one.
Preto picks up 6 more yards to bring up 2nd down and 4.
Now,
you tend to forget about him if you're on defense after a while when they don't run him.
Then if they start playing him, then you go back to
the other guys. Back to it. There you go. 2nd down and 4 for the Cats. Ball at the 25-yard line of Herscher. Again, double wing. And the pitch back to Weaver. Breaks a tackle down to the 20-yard line. That's a nice shoe tackle by Joel Azzarelli. Makes the stop there, but not before a gain of 5 yards and a Wilmington 1st down to the Herscher 20-yard line.
Weaver's had a good night running tonight. He had one time -2 and one time 0. The other than that, boy, he has rolled.
And the thing about him tonight is he's shown you speed and power.
Yes. He's got 10 carries so far.
And you need that because everybody's keying on Nick. You need somebody else to step up and be a good back. So Hawkins and Weaver again at wingbacks. 1st and 10 from the 20. Pitch back to Hawkins. Cuts inside the 20. Bangs ahead of the 15. Spins down to the 14. That's just good hard running from Nick Hawkins. Again, Joel Azzarelli on the stop. A gain of 5, close to 6 for Nick. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4. So officially 6 yards for Nick Hawkins.
Yeah. Owens is over 130 yards already.
Wow, Owen Weaver has 130 yards.
Yeah, it's 76 one run.
Yeah, he had that one big. That's right, that big run. So 2nd and 4 for the Cats. Ball at the 14-yard line of Herscher. Still double wing clock rolling down to 5:15 to go in the half. Wilmington leads at 14-7. Preto up in the middle.
Not so much that time.
And they're going to mark him down around the 12-yard line. He slipped. And actually, I don't even really think he was tackled. I think he slipped to the ground on his own. Now, well, at the 13-yard line is where they're going to mark it.
So, what kind of gain he got?
I don't know. It's about 1 yard, although it certainly looked a little bit more than that. But he could have slipped. It's hard to tell, too. Preto is not a big guy. So, 3rd down and 3 for the Cats from the 13. Pitch back to Weaver. Tries to bounce it to the outside. Bangs ahead. And he gets down near the first down marker. This is going to depend solely upon the spot. And as we've seen tonight, that could be a interesting proposition. And it's going to be short by about a half a yard, which probably is about right. Bring up 4th down and officially a yard.
I tell you what, there's some real battles going on between those two lines.
Well, 4th down and less than a yard. No matter what, the clock's going to be under 4 minutes, no matter what here. And Herscher's going to have to go into the wing. So double wing for the Cats, Preto, Hawkins, and Weaver. Pitch back to Hawkins, trying to get a yard. He's got it. Boy, that's tough sledding. Picks up a yard, maybe 2. They run off of that right side.
They got a good 2 yards out of that one.
Steve Smock out there trying to plow a lane.
I'm telling you what, there's a real battle inside, isn't there?
Well, it's the kind of football, when we start the year, these are the kind of games you like. Some real good competitive football, some nice hitting. 40-0 in the first quarter is not an exciting night. 1st and goal from the 8 for Wilmington. Pitch back to Hawkins, cuts it back down to the 5, spins down to the 4-yard line. Good run on 1st down. Bring up 2nd down and goal from the 4. And once again, it can't be understated here how much time Wilmington is using on that clock.
That's one of the keys of the game right there.
It's down to 3:15, and it's still rolling. The Cats have used up a ton of clock in this second quarter.
I think they've only hit the ball one time, wasn't it?
Yeah. So 3 minutes to go in the half. Handoff, Weaver, right side or left side, excuse me, and he's going to get down to the 2 to the 1, and he got in. Touchdown, Owen Weaver. Boy, that closed up in a hurry. I thought Owen was going to walk in. The defense closed in on him, but Owen Weaver just stuck his shoulder into a couple of guys and plowed into the end zone. And it's 20-7, the lead for Wilmington with 2:51 to go in the half. They just got Weaver to the outside and let him go to work.
They have just really muscled it in there.
I lost my mind a little bit when I said he was coming right side. So Alex Hatton on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. The kick is good inside that left upright. Wilmington leads at 21-7 with 2:51 to go in the half. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats football here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 30 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com or call 815-521-0900. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in downtown Coal City is an authentic Italian restaurant that's all about sharing great food in a relaxing atmosphere. Ricchetti's has delicious paninis, sandwiches, calzones, salad, pasta, and of course their incredible pizza. Plus, you can check out a game on one of their many TVs, and they have Wi-Fi too. Stop by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria today at 375 South Broadway in Coal City.
21-7 is the lead for Wilmington. 2:51 to go in the half. Alex Hatton has it teed up on the 40, set to kick off left to right. As Hatton approaches, and a nice kick here all the way down to the 10-yard line. Bobbled for a second. 15-20. Good run back out across the 25 to the 30. Goes Trevor Burns on the return. They'll bring up 1st and 10 for Herscher.
You know how the left side of this game is in the possessions? Wilmington has run 32 plays, and Herscher has run 12.
Wow. That is domination when you talk time of possession.
Yeah, that's what Wilmington needed was time of possession.
So one receiver to the near side, trips now to the far side out of the shotgun formation once again is Tyler Jones. One running back flank to his right. Wilmington sending pressure. Jones trying to roll away, fires a pass, caught, but nice for a minimal gain. Boy, good coverage out there by Steve Smock.
Boy,
pass
Give him
caught
credit.
by Joel Azzarelli. A gain of 3 yards brings up 2nd and 7 for Herscher as the clock rolls under 2:30 to go in the half. Once again, trips receivers to the far side. One back to the near. Jones out of the gun. One lone setback as well. Jones takes the snap, looks left side, fires, knocked away by Nick Hawkins, and there's a flag, and boy, that's just bad. So that will be 15 yards and a Herscher first down. So Nick shrugs his shoulders and says, all right, well, what are you going to do? 2:14 to go in the half. 21-7 is the lead for Herscher. This is going to give them a first down. That was actually really nice defense by Nick Hawkins. He might have had a hand maybe touching the back of his jersey, but that's... Eesh. So 15 yards will be marked off here no matter what. You have to live with it. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Herscher from their own 47-yard line. We've seen it go both ways tonight. Some interesting calls and breaks, so you just have to roll with it. Trips receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. Out of the gun again is Tyler Jones. Takes the snap, looks left side, fires. It's caught. Once again, for a minimal gain, Tyler Breimer on the stop as Tyler Stewart, the big 6'7" wideout with the catch. Gain of a couple of yards, make it 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 for Herscher. Still plenty of time for the Tigers here. 1:55 to go in the half. Again, trips receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Jones out of the shotgun again. 2nd and 7 from midfield. Takes the snap. Going to keep it himself, and he gets dropped back at the 48-yard line. Owen Weaver back there. Jake Capwell there as well. And that went absolutely nowhere. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 8 after a loss of a yard and a timeout to Herscher with 1:40 to go in the half. The coaching staff for Herscher somewhat animated.
They got done. We had him marking it. He didn't lose anything.
They lost a yard. They were at midfield, so they lost about a yard on that carry. It was 2nd and 7. It's now 3rd and 8. But Wilmington is winning the time of possession battle. The running game is still working, despite the fact that Herscher is loading everybody up there. And for the most part, Wilmington's defense has done a pretty good job. They've held the Herscher offense in check.
Well, you notice Herscher's tried a couple of those screen passes, and then a short pass over the middle. So they have realized that they're not going to pass it long distance against that wind. If they did, it's going to be held up.
Again, 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, out of the timeout. 1:40 to go in the half. 21-7 Wilmington. 1 receiver in motion. Jones trying to roll away. Fires back to the near sideline. Caught. And that's going to go for maybe 6 yards. Good job by Tyler Breimer of reading that as Herscher tried to mix things up a little bit. Trevor Burns picks up about 6 yards. It'll bring up 4th down and a long 2, close to 3 for Herscher. As the clock rolls down to 1:15, and the Tigers are taking time here, and that's actually probably a smart thing. So if you get it, you still have enough time, but if you don't get it, Wilmington is down on clock a little bit. Trips receivers to the far side. Jones fires far sideline, incomplete, knocked down by Tyler Breimer. He almost intercepted that, and that would have been a pick 6 if he did. Brigham House on the attempt for Herscher, and now Wilmington has a little bit of time. 57 seconds to go in the half, although I mean, we do have 3 timeouts too, but
and the nice thing about
I'm not really sure this is built for quick strike offense for Wilmington, but we'll see.
Well, what you have Herscher is having to settle for short passes that can't go deep, so that limits their offensive power and puts Wilmington in the driver's seat.
1st and 10 for the Cats from their own 45-yard line. Again, Weaver and Hawkins at wingbacks. Preto at fullback. Treadman under center. Handoff. Hawkins up the middle. Breaks it across midfield. Hurdles a defender down to the 45-yard line. And they're going to mark him down back at the 47-yard line.
And the guys next door in the other radio station, that's 11 yards in the play, and they just took 3 yards away from him.
That really doesn't make any sense. I mean, he went over a defender and landed at the 45-yard line, and they marked him down at the 47. Oh, okay. 38 seconds to go in the half. 21-7 is the lead for Wilmington. I guess maybe what they're saying is you can't hurdle a defender in high school, so they bring it back to the spot that you jump over the defender. That's the only thing I can think of is some crazy thing like that. But in any case, 38 seconds to go in the half. 21-7 is the lead for Wilmington. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center over there in Braidwood, where they care beyond the repair, right next to the Polka Dot Drive-In. In fact, right across from McDonald's in Braidwood. Warren and his whole staff over there will get you taken care of. Good guy and a good business as well, and we appreciate them for sponsoring all of our halftime shows this year. Warren's Collision Center bringing the halftime show here in just about 38 seconds, and we will have first half stats. We'll have some scores for you as well, and I'm going to eat some pizza. That's all on tap for our halftime show. 2nd down and 2 for Wilmington from the 47. Treadman going to keep it himself around the left side inside the 45, 40, down to the 35, all the way down to the 33-yard line. It is a first down, a gain of 14 yards on the run by Jeff Treadman. 32 seconds to go in the half, and they get quickly back up to the line. They'll run the clock here down to 30 seconds to go in the half. Treadman under center again. Handoff. Preto up the middle, and that'll get wrapped up at the 30. And
timeout.
We have a timeout called by Wilmington with 21 seconds to go in the half. Ball at the 30-yard line. Well, in all honesty here, if you can pick up 15 yards or so on this next play at a timeout, you at least got a crack at something.
Okay, yeah, you can go for that field
with
goal.
The wind, you never know. So Alex Hatton was out there warming up and hitting them from at least the ball at the tee at the 20-yard line. He was hitting them in warm-up. So if you can get down around the 15, you at least have a legitimate shot at kicking one. The only problem is you got to get to the 15. You only have one timeout left.
Yeah, what are we at? 25-yard line, 30-yard line? No,
just out, just 30. Outside the 30-yard line. Well, do you throw the ball? Or do you just run it again?
Maybe if you roll him out again this time and throw the ball with the option of throwing the ball, you might, for somebody wide open, you can do it. If not, just eat the ball and go.
Well, let's see what the Cats have up their sleeves here. 2nd down and 7 from the 30-yard line of Herscher. 21 seconds to go in the half, and Wilmington has one timeout left. Treadman drops back to pass, fires it near side, caught at the 20, down to the 15. Weaver still going all the way down to the 12 before he's finally tackled, and it will be a first down.
You're talking about fighting for yards. He had a couple guys to hold him. He fought them both off.
Where in the world do they mark that ball at? The 14-yard line?
Oh, how do you get back from 11 to the 14?
So we're going to put the ball there. It'll be first down after a gain of 16 yards. And there is a face mask. Well, I didn't even see that penalty flag. So the 5-yard face mask will take it down to the 9. Well, actually almost the 8-yard line. There's 12 seconds. Wilmington's going to try to run one more play here. The clock is running down to 10 seconds. Treadman takes the snap, handoff Weaver, far side, nowhere to go, and he gets stacked up, and Wilmington will use a timeout with 3 seconds left.
See what he did? He ran the ball in the middle of the field.
Yeah, trying to get it set up for Alex Hatton here. Still not a gimme by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
This is at the 10, so we're talking a 27-yard field goal. Now the wind is at Alex Hatton's back.
So that might be equivalent about a 20-yard.
The ball is right inside the 10. They will mark it at the 15, almost the 16-yard line. So we are talking a 26-yard field goal. Alex Hatton on to attempt this. Good snap, good hold. The kick from Alex. It's plenty long enough, and it is good. 26-yard field goal from Alex Hatton. Makes it 24-7 Wilmington as we reach the half. Boy, that's one good half of football if you're the Wilmington Wildcats, as they lead it 24-7 over Herscher. We reach the break, and our halftime show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center over in Braidwood. Warren's, where they care beyond the repair. We'll take a break, come back with your first half stats. We got some scores for you as well, all coming up on the halftime show. Back here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network. ACN Representative Pete Treby has a very simple way for you to save money on your monthly bills. All you have to do is go to Pete's website and fill out the free analysis form. Then Pete will show you a detailed way to save money on everything: wireless, satellite TV, high-speed internet, local and long distance, computer support, and coming soon, save money on energy. Go to the sponsors page on this website, click on ACN Representative Pete Treby's link, fill out the free analysis form, and start saving money today. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
Teresa's Styling Salon in Wilmington is a casual, family-friendly salon that caters to people of all ages. Teresa's provides everything from haircuts to perms to manicures, and they can highlight or color your hair for that special look. Teresa's is located in the Southgate Plaza on Water Street in Wilmington. Call today for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
Back in the halftime show, brought to you by Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Wilmington leads at 24-7 at the break over Herscher. Get to your first half totals here. First of all, rushing the football for the Herscher Tigers, Tyler Jones, 2 attempts for 3 yards. Matt Alsop has 7 yards on 4 carries. Herscher, 6 rushing attempts for 10 yards. Through the air, Tyler Jones is 7 of 12 for 58 yards. Matt Alsop with 2 receptions for a total of 37 yards. Also, Tyler Jones does have an interception as well. 1 reception for 2 yards for Joel Azzarelli. Trevor Burns with 3 receptions for 16 yards. Tyler Stewart with 1 catch for 3 yards. Herscher, 58 yards in the air, 10 on the ground, 68 total yards in the first half for Herscher. For Wilmington, rushing the football, Jeff Trudman, 6 rushing attempts for 25 yards. Nick Hawkins ran the ball 11 times for 77 yards and a touchdown in that first half. Nick Preto, 5 carries for 17 yards. Owen Weaver, 12 rushes, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the first half. Wilmington, 34 rushes, 257 yards, and 3 touchdowns in the first half. For Wilmington through the air, Jeff Trudman is 1 of 2 for 16 yards. Owen Weaver on the 16-yard reception. The Wilmington Wildcats have 273 yards of offense compared to Herscher's 68. So the Cats rolling at least right now at the half with a 24-7 lead over Herscher. And here at the half. The Herscher Band out there on the field performing. We've got about 13 minutes away from the start of our second half as well. And so far, first half, that's about as good as Wilmington can hope for.
That is. That's exactly what Wilmington hoped for. They hope to have a ball control offense. They hope to limit the passing attack of Herscher. And both of those have gone really well. And they've basically shut down the Herscher's running game. It doesn't exist. So if they can do that for one more half, they can come out of here with the win. But I have a funny hunch that Herscher is going to come out firing the ball with the win that second half.
You know, I've thought about this before. We've had the same commercials that I've played for years now. And I swore to myself this year, I said, I'm going to completely redo all of these. And I just have not had any time to redo any of them. And then thinking, well, I guess people kind of know them by now and what order they're in.
That's true.
So you'd probably recite them by heart if you've been listening to all these games. You just keep hearing the same things over and over. One of these days I will get them re-recorded, but my schedule is just ridiculous. And at some point it'll slow down, maybe over the summer, and I can re-record something else. But at the moment, it's what it is. Wilmington leads at 24-7 at the break. We've got a ton of scores. I mean scores from everywhere. And we will give those to you in just a minute. This is the halftime show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair, over there in Braidwood, right next to the Polka Dot. Cats lead at 24-7 back here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop specializing in top-of-the-line customer service. Warren's accepts all insurance companies, and they offer free estimates, certified technicians, and a lifetime written warranty. Plus, Warren's will set you up with a rental car while your vehicle is in the shop. So the next time you need work done on your vehicle, call my good friend Warren at 815-458-3300 or stop by Warren's Collision Center at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood. You can also check them out online at warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 30 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com or call 815-521-0900. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in downtown Coal City is an authentic Italian restaurant that's all about sharing great food in a relaxing atmosphere. Ricchetti's has delicious paninis, sandwiches, calzones, salad, pasta, and of course their incredible pizza. Plus, you can check out a game on one of their many TVs, and they have Wi-Fi too. Stop by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria today at 375 South Broadway in Coal City. ACN Representative Pete Treby has a very simple way for you to save money on your monthly bills. All you have to do is go to Pete's website and fill out the free analysis form. Then Pete will show you a detailed way to save money on everything: wireless, satellite TV, high-speed internet, local and long distance, computer support, and coming soon, save money on energy. Go to the sponsors page on this website, click on ACN Representative Pete Treby's link, fill out the free analysis form, and start saving money today.
Back in the halftime show, brought to you by Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Warren's over there in Braidwood, right next to the Polka Dot. Well, we have a boatload of scores to get to here. Why don't you just write that thing on there while we're at it? We've got a bunch of I-8 scores to pass along to you, and then we'll get to some area scores as well. Here in this one, 24-7 is the lead for Wilmington. We're about 8 minutes or so away from the start of our second half, as the Cats have pretty much dominated the first half of play. Interesting to see what the second half holds. Some scores from around the area. Westmont leads Seneca 27-0. Is that right? Westmont leads Seneca 27-0. Oh, that sounds like a thrilling game set up for next week. Lyle 28-0, the lead over Reed Custer. DeKalb 21-0 over Morris. Boy, the Morris Redskins just cannot seem to get it together the last couple of years. Coal City and Streeter tied at 0. They're just underway. Mantino 34-21 over Sandwich tonight. Boy, that turned out to be a better game than I thought. Mantino 34-21 over Sandwich. Plano and Piatone tied at 0. Providence down by 3. That game is early. Plainfield North 28-0 over Plainfield Central. Lockport leads Plainfield East 6-0. Minooka over Lincoln Way East 7-0. Lincoln Way Central a 6-0 lead on Thornridge. Joliet Catholic 6-0 over Marion. Lincoln Way North 27-0 over Bolingbrook tonight. Boy, Bolingbrook taking it on the chin to Lincoln Way North. That's kind of surprising. Tinley Park 42-0 over Hillcrest. Brother Rice leads Mount Carmel 14-7. And Lamont a 21-0 lead on Bremen. But once again, in the Interstate 8, Westmont, in a surprising move tonight, leads Seneca by 4 touchdowns. Lyle 28-0 over Reed Custer, and then the Coal City Streeter, Plano, and Piatone tied at 0. They're just underway. And another good game tonight, Mantino 34-21 over Sandwich so far in that. Well, we'll take ourselves a break. When we come back, we'll get to your second half of football. Wilmington leads at 24-7 over Herscher. Take another timeout. I'm going to eat a few slices of pizza, and we're going to come back with your second half. This is Halftime Show brought to you by Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair in Braidwood.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
Teresa's Styling Salon in Wilmington is a casual, family-friendly salon that caters to people of all ages. Teresa's provides everything from haircuts to perms to manicures, and they can highlight or color your hair for that special look. Teresa's is located in the Southgate Plaza on Water Street in Wilmington. Call today for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Best Busy Bees today. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop specializing in top-of-the-line customer service. Warren's accepts all insurance companies, and they offer free estimates, certified technicians, and a lifetime written warranty. Plus, Warren's will set you up with a rental car while your vehicle is in the shop. So the next time you need work done on your vehicle, call my good friend Warren at 815-458-3300 or stop by Warren's Collision Center at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood. You can also check them out online at warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 30 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com or call 815-521-0900. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in downtown Coal City is an authentic Italian restaurant that's all about sharing great food in a relaxing atmosphere. Ricchetti's has delicious paninis, sandwiches, calzones, salad, pasta, and of course their incredible pizza. Plus, you can check out a game on one of their many TVs, and they have Wi-Fi too. Stop by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria today at 375 South Broadway in Coal City.
24-7. Boy, I'm already losing my mind. 24-7 to Wilmington, just about a minute away from the start of our second half. The Cats played a very nice first half, dominated time of possession, forced a couple of turnovers, and now Herscher is in a pretty big hole. And by pretty big, they need to play pretty much a flawless second half in order to have any chance of winning this game tonight. Although there is still a lot of time left, and they're going to need 3 scores. But the more important thing is they're going to need to hold Wilmington scoreless, more or less, for the second half. And I'm not 100% sure that they can do that, but we'll find out. It's definitely still within reach here for the Tigers. For Wilmington at 5-0, looking to go to 6-0, and more importantly, we haven't talked about this much tonight, but this is the conference championship. For Wilmington tonight, this is the conference championship. They win this, they're going to win the conference. So out of all the stuff that we've been talking about tonight, I completely forgot about that. I don't know how I forgot about it, but I did. Actually, I know how because I forget everything. But
we got a slightly filled up life going on right now with your wife's coaching, you doing this, you're teaching, me pastoring. We got a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was if they won tonight, they win the conference.
Yeah, I just remembered that, thinking, you know what? If they win conference.
Oh, fantastic. Well, they got on a good start here, but they still got another half to go. And when you have a passing offense like Herscher does, better get a hold of that ball and run it some more and hold on to it.
Well, the key for Wilmington here is you have to take advantage of the wind while you have it, which means the Cats need to get another score or 2 on the board in the third quarter. However, Wilmington is going to have the ball, or going to kick the ball, to start the third quarter. Actually, Alex Hatton has it teed up at the 40, kicking off left to right. Yeah, Jeff Dillon saying, we're going to pass the ball to get more points. I would be shocked out of my mind if that happened. There's a squib kick down around the 40-yard line. It's an interesting way to start the second half and give Herscher some pretty good field position. So 1st and 10 Tigers from their own 40. Just underway in the second half. Wilmington leads at 24-7. It's been about as good as you could hope for Wilmington tonight. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 back to the near. Again, out of the shotgun is Tyler Jones. Takes the snap. Handoff goes right side, and there's nothing there. Matt Alsip with no gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Herscher.
Once again, trying off that their right side, the Wilmington defensive left side. And that's where the big fella is. I don't think I'd run over there.
Yeah, that probably isn't the best idea. Bring up 2nd down and 10 for Herscher from their own 40. Again, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. 11:30 to go in the third. 24-7 Wilmington. Jones out of the shotgun, 1 running back to his left. Takes the snap. Wilmington sending pressure. Jones is going to try to keep it, and he's going to lose a bunch of yards. Nice play by McWilliams, who comes in and drops Tyler Jones. Brett McWilliams with the sack. That results in a 5-yard loss. That'll bring up 3rd down and 15.
Well, Brent was in there so fast that nobody had a chance to do anything, and he only got about a step or 2 taken to his left before he went down.
Again, 2 receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. Jones out of the gun, now trips receivers to the far side. Jones takes the snap, pressure up the middle, pass caught to midfield, to the 40, to the 35, all the way down inside the 25 to the 23, as finally Jake Capwell on the stop. A 43-yard reception on the play by big 6'7" Tyler Stewart. Usually that's the guy they throw the ball up to, and they changed it up and put him down the middle of the field. Nobody was ready for that.
How many total yards? 47? No.
43 yards
43.
on the reception for Stewart. So 1st and 10 for Herscher. Boy, it looked like they were going absolutely nowhere to start the second half, and then that happens. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. Jones out of the gun. Again, they put him in the slot. Swing pass out to the far side. Down inside the 20, inside the 15. Capwell finally on the stop. Catch by Joel Azzarelli. Azzarelli picks up 8 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2 for Herscher. Ball inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Again, 2 receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. Jones out of the shotgun again.
Smart play that time. They gave what the defense gave them. The screen pass out to the right.
Tyler Stewart now in the slot on the near side. Quarterback keeper, and that's going to pick up the 1st down. A gain of close to 4 on the run by Tyler Jones. Now the Wilmington defense is just kind of all out of sorts. 1st and goal for Herscher from the 10-yard line of Wilmington. Ball sitting just on the edge of the 10. So about as far as you can go on 1st and goal. And 2 receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. Now trips to the near side as they send out Tyler Stewart. This is the area for him to throw up a jump ball. Said they go to the opposite side, and that's knocked away incomplete. Pass was intended for Burns. Dylan Wallace on the coverage for Wilmington. Bring up 2nd down and goal from the 10 for Herscher.
That was that cut across the middle again. This time not by the big guy, though.
I'd be really surprised if they don't throw up a lob ball to 6'7" Tyler Stewart.
Well,
There's nobody out there who can match up with that.
Look at how tall he is.
Again, trips receivers to the near
There it
side.
is.
Here
Watch
it's going to come. Pass near side. Oh, almost intercepted. In fact, that probably should have been by Nick Hawkins at the goal line. It'll bring up 3rd and goal. The receiver fell down right at the goal line. That was Dominic Hendricks, and it looked like it hit Nick Hawkins right in the hands. Bring up 3rd and goal from the 10.
Sometimes that surprises you so much that it's the worst place to hit you. He didn't have to reach for it or anything, and there it was all at once.
2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Now it's just going to depend on which side they send Tyler Stewart. Stewart lining up in the backfield. Now he'll come to the left slot. Snap back to Jones, pressured up the middle, fires a pass that's incomplete.
That might have been partially tipped.
And there's a really late flag, and that's
what in the world? That was
I don't
not
know.
even catchable.
I've given up trying to figure this out. So it'll be 1st and goal for Herscher. The ball will be, at the 5, I guess, if they go half the distance here.
How they got interference out of that, I will never know.
I mean, he didn't turn around to look for the ball, but it's not really.
It wasn't even catchable.
You
It
know,
was knocked away from him so far.
in
There
any
was nobody
case,
there.
got to deal with it. So 1st and goal for Herscher from the 5 of Wilmington. He didn't look back, but I didn't think he really made that much contact necessarily. But we'll see for Herscher, first and goal from the 5. Both sides have been beneficiaries of some pretty interesting calls tonight. Wilmington got a fumble recovery that
Now that was
I'm not really sure that was ever a fumble either.
That end up with a 3-point.
Now, I formation from Herscher at the 5-yard line. This doesn't seem like that would be particularly their strength, but they do line up on the near side. Tyler Stewart, they hand up out the middle. That's going to go for a touchdown.
They blocked up the middle. He just went off the left side. Nobody touched him.
That was ridiculously easy.
Yeah, it sure was.
Touchdown run on the play by Matt Alsip. That will make it 24-13, pending the extra point for Herscher. I mean, he just walked into the end zone. So extra point upcoming here for Tyler Fisher. Good snap. Good hold. The kick is blocked. And that could be big down the stretch, actually. It will force Herscher, if they have to get a touchdown and a field goal, to get 2 points at some point. 24-13 is the lead for Wilmington. What a weird, strange way to start the second half. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats football in just a moment.
ACN representative Pete Treby has a very simple way for you to save money on your monthly bills. All you have to do is go to Pete's website and fill out the free analysis form. Then Pete will show you a detailed way to save money on everything: wireless, satellite TV, high-speed internet, local and long distance, computer support, and coming soon, save money on energy. Go to the sponsors page on this website, click on ACN representative Pete Treby's link, fill out the free analysis form, and start saving money today. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
So Herscher will kick off into the win. Tyler Fisher to do the kickoff duties once again for Herscher. 24-13, the lead for Wilmington. Line drive kick takes a bounce. Picked up at the 20-yard line, 25, and out to the 30-yard line on the return is Keaton Hansen. And it'll be 1st and 10 Wilmington from their own 30. So once again, Herscher aided by a couple of things on a drive. One, a pass interference penalty on what was about Nick Hawkins with a hand on somebody's back. Then we had a second pass interference penalty in the end zone that gave Herscher another first down at the 5-yard line. And as a result, eventually, Herscher scored a touchdown. So Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Again, double wing for the Cats. Handoff goes up the middle. Preto, big hole out across the 40, still going all the way out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 14 yards for Nick Preto on first down. And what do we say in the first half?
Yep.
He might be a big difference in this game before it's over.
He hits so quickly. The others, you have a chance. They go lateral with the line of scrimmage for a ways. He just hits you right up the gut.
1st and 10, Wilmington from the 44 of the Wildcats. Again, double wing here. Hawkins and Weaver as the wing backs. Treadman under center. Handoff, Weaver, far side, trying to get the corner across midfield. Down near the first down marker. He'll pick up about 8 yards on first down. Depends on where they spot this, because that's been an interesting.
Yeah, that has been.
Well, they're going to spot it all the way back at the just
49.
across midfield, so it'll bring up 2nd and 3, a gain of 7 on first down. Well, all things considered, that's not too bad. 2nd and 3 for the Cats from the 49 of Herscher. Again, double wing. Hawkins and Weaver at wingbacks. Keeping it is Treadman, and he gets stacked up. And they did blow that play dead. Herscher wanting the football, but the whistle definitely blew on that before the ball is stripped out by Austin Jernigan. And we'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for Wilmington. The last time he did that, he had the football. This time around, they blew it dead. So to bring up 3rd down and 3 for Wilmington from just inside the 49-yard line of Herscher. Again, double wing. Weaver and Hawkins at wingbacks. Preto at fullback. Handoff goes Weaver, far side. He's got the 1st down inside the 45. Still going. Runs over a couple of defenders all the way down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 yards on the run from Owen Weaver. Boy, that's just good, hard running.
That was something that he made a lot of that on his own.
So 1st down and 10 for Wilmington from the 39 of Herscher. Again, the kind of drive you want if you're the Wildcats.
That's right.
Use up that clock.
That Herscher team can score so quickly. You need to hold on to the ball.
Again, double wing for the Cats. 1st and 10 from the 39. Handoff Hawkins trying to get the corner. Boy, this is asking a whole lot. He gets inside the 40, and that's about it. Down to the 38-yard line or so. There's just not a whole lot of room for him to run to.
Look where he marked that. He gave one to about 2 yards.
Did he mark it down to the 36?
Yes, he did.
He went out of bounds at the 38, didn't he? Well, we got 2 yards back on that, I guess. That's what I mean. It's what I mean is that it's not necessary, but it's just kind of everywhere. It's positive, it's negative.
Let's see, 7.
I thought the 38 would be generous. That's down to the 36. 2nd and 7 for Wilmington from the 36-yard line of Herscher. Again, double wing. In motion, Hawkins gets the handoff up in the middle, still churning down inside the 35-yard line to about the 34. Not a whole lot there. Maybe 2 yards for Nick Hawkins. Bring up 3rd down and 5. 6:10 to go in the 3rd. Wilmington leads at 24-13.
Nick had his back to the goal he was running toward, and he just kept backing up and pulling somebody with him. One of the other players had fallen down on the ground, and he tripped over him.
So again, double wing, 3rd down and 5 for Wilmington from the 34-yard line. Pitch back, Hawkins runs off the right side, bangs over a defender inside the 25 to the 20, gets a huge block to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Wilmington. There's a flag. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that flag came, whatever. So we have a block in the back on Wilmington. There's a surprise. So that will be marked off from about the 15-yard line or so. Nick Hawkins was in the end zone when the flag came out, but so be it.
I tell you what, there's been some questionable stuff going on.
Coal City leads Streeter 14-6. The problem with this is it's not even going to be maybe it will be a 1st down. They mark it back out to the 25, so it is by about 4 yards or so.
How many yards did we give him on a run then?
Well, that many. So it'd be 9 yards.
Okay. I'll go along with that.
And once again, we've said tonight, there's been some suspect officiating going on, but none of that really matters. You have to keep playing, and you got to play through all of it. And while it gives us something to talk about on the field, you just got to keep going. No matter what happens, you keep churning forward.
Yeah, you can't let that affect your game. You got to keep going.
1st and 10 for Wilmington for the 25. Back to Hawkins, trying to bounce it to the outside, gets stacked up inside the 25 to the 23-yard line.
They're going to call no gain. They say he didn't get to 25.
Well, Stefan Demo really pushed the envelope on personal foul, too, with just laying on top of Hawkins and not getting up. And if I'm the offensive line for Wilmington, I pile that one in the back of my mind for later. Because that was borderline at best. Handoff goes Weaver left side and nowhere. Gets cut down at the 25, and the Cats all of a sudden going nowhere. Bring up 3rd down and 10. Give credit to this Herscher defense. They're stacking up that defensive line and forcing Wilmington to do something different. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Cats from the 25-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Cats. Ball at the 25 of Herscher. Dropping back is Treadman, rolling right side, looking downfield. And why he didn't throw the ball, I have no idea. Jeff Treadman takes a sack back out at the 35-yard line. Just throw the ball away.
He just took a 10-yard loss for no reason at all.
Well, I don't understand that. So it'll bring up 4th down and a country mile. He had plenty of time to get rid of the football. He just never threw it.
Yeah, he was out of the pocket. He could have thrown it out of bounds.
Well, it's 4th down and 20.
That was amazing.
Well, again, you're dealing with a junior quarterback who's still relatively new at the varsity level and still needs to learn some things, and that's one of them. You know, he'll learn. Just got to get rid of the football when you have the opportunity.
Very little experience has they had in the passing game.
So here we go, 4th down and 20. Handoff Weaver up the middle. Big hole, breaks it inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line. Now, it's nowhere near a 1st down, but it does pick up a bunch of yardage.
Basically got almost a 10, 11 yard, 12 yards back, 13 yards back.
13 yards back on the run. Now, it's nowhere near a 1st down, but it does back up Herscher to the 22-yard line. Well, the Cats tacked another score on the board, but it was called back because of a block in the back, way behind the play, too. Didn't affect anything.
Wasn't even in, It was crazy.
So 2 receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near. Out of the shotgun now is Tyler Jones. Jones takes the snap, looks right side, fires, caught. Trying to get the corner is Joel Azzarelli. He does. Out across the 30 to near the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 12 yards on 1st down to Azzarelli. And we'll bring up 1st and 10 for Herscher from the 34. Again, trips receivers to the near side after a pickup of 12 yards on 1st down. This Wilmington defense really needs to rise up here. Again, 1 receiver to the far side, trips to the near. Tyler Jones out of the gun, takes the snap, fires left side. Oh, that should have been intercepted by Jake Capwell. Hit him right in the hands, almost in the chest. And that would have been a pick 6 if Jake could have held on to that, but just knocks it down. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's 2 interceptions that Wilmington should have had and doesn't have them. You can't do that.
That should have been 2 pick 6s too, because on both occasions there was nobody between the defender and the end zone. Trips receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Again, out of the gun is Jones. Barking out some signals. Now looks near side. 1 running back to his right. Takes the snap. Sets up the screen pass on the wide receiver to the near side. That is caught by Trevor Burns. He's going to get a yard maybe, but Wilmington has not been fooled by that play tonight.
Yeah, Wilmington had a...
Yeah, they got burned on the screen in the first half on the inside screen that went for a touchdown for 30 yards, but that trips bubble screen to the outside just has been blown up a few times. Now trips to the far side, 1 to the near. Jones out of the gun. And there's a false start.
Right in.
So Herscher will be backed up 5 yards. A go from 3rd and 9 to 3rd and 14 with 2:07 to go in the 3rd. And Wilmington leading it at 24-13. Now remember tonight, there have been a handful pass interference penalties. And that's exactly where I would go back again. If I'm Herscher, throw the ball down the field and hope to get another flag. Why not?
They've been getting some calls. And you might as well, I suppose. That's the way to get down there. You got to get down the field.
So 3rd down and 14 for Herscher. 1 receiver to the far side. We have 2 back to the near. Out of the gun again is Jones with 1 running back to his right. 1 receiver in motion. Jones drops back. Trying to scramble up the middle, fires far side. There's no one out there. That pass is incomplete and overthrown by a good 5 yards or so. And that will bring up 4th down and 14 for Herscher. So Nick Hawkins and Tyler Breimer will go back deep again. Make sure
he
they
kicks
punt
it.
the football.
Yeah.
So Tyler Fisher to punting into the wind here. Good snap. And the kick is a really nice kick near side. Goes out of bounds, though. Right at.
Oh.
They're going to mark it up here a second. He's taking his time, but should be somewhere around the 42, 43-yard line, somewhere in that area, and that's where it will be. 42-yard line is where Wilmington will start 1st and 10 after that punt. 1:30 to go in the third, and the Cats lead at 24-13. We'll see what Wilmington does here offensively. They moved down to the field last time, ended up scoring a touchdown on the run by Hawkins that was called back because of a block in the back, and then Wilmington stalled out. So let's see what the Cats do here. 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. Hawkins and Weaver at wingbacks. Preto in there at fullback. In motion is Weaver. Handoff near side, Hawkins. Boy, that's a nice tackle. That is a really nice tackle by Austin Jarnigan.
He took on his defensive or offensive tackle and then shoved off him and made the tackle on Nick. Boy, that was not easy to do.
Jarnigan, a 6'3", 245-pound lineman.
Get this, right? Last 3 times Nick has carried the ball, he's got no yards.
And Austin, a senior, too. Down to 1 minute to go in the third. Wilmington leads at 24-13, but it's pretty much been a stalemate in the second half. Double wing here in motion. Handoff goes to Preto, and that kind of got blown up in the backfield. He ran into his own guy, and that messed up the play in a hurry, and I believe Nick Preto is hurt.
Yeah, he got thrown backwards off of his leg, and he might have done something to either his hip or his knee.
And that would be a big loss to Wilmington because Nick has been very good at that fullback position over the last couple of weeks.
Yes, he has.
Coach Reentz out there as well. We'll take ourselves a break, and this must be fairly serious because Wilmington now going to the sideline. 41 seconds to go in the third, 24-13, the lead for Wilmington. We'll take a break, come back with more here in just a moment.
Teresa's Styling Salon in Wilmington is a casual, family-friendly salon that caters to people of all ages. Teresa's provides everything from haircuts to perms to manicures, and they can highlight or color your hair for that special look. Teresa's is located in the Southgate Plaza on Water Street in Wilmington. Call today for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
Well, Nick Preto is helped off the field, walking mostly under his own power, but definitely with a limp, probably a knee injury of some sort. He checks out, and Wilmington puts back in McWilliams at fullback. Handoff Weaver, left side across the 45 out to midfield before he's finally stood up. After a gain of 5 on third down, it'll bring up 4th and 2.
Weaver has been successful running the second half. Hawkins has not. Weaver carried the ball 4 times, 37 yards.
And the Cats are just going to let the third quarter run out. End of quarter number 3. Wilmington leads at 24-13, but Herscher's really kind of turned the tide here in the second half.
They've got to win the second half, fourth quarter.
All right, we'll take a break, come back with more Cats football. They lead at 24-13 going to the fourth. We're back here in just a moment of the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today.
Well, apparently Wilmington used a timeout with 1.5 seconds to go in the third, and now the Cats are going to spread out and punt. So they use a timeout with 1 second left to go in the third, strictly to get the wind at their back for this punt, to try to back up Herscher a little more. Low snap, but picked up by Hansen. Good kick, and boy, I guess it sails out of bounds a lot shorter than I anticipated. This is going to be
Whoa.
Out to the 33-yard line?
What in the
Okay.
world?
Well, fourth quarter will be starting up here. The ball hit down around the 20. I mean, I understand it went out of bounds before that. So using that timeout gave Wilmington pretty much nothing, because I'm pretty sure they could have punted into the wind and gotten 20 yards out of it. But in any case, Herscher will have the football to start quarter number 4. It's 24-13, the lead for Wilmington. But now Herscher's going to have the football, and with the win too. So
that could really be another factor right there.
The key here is that Herscher needs 2 scores still. So even if they score, unless they score really quickly here, if Wilmington can hang on to the football for a little while and make things a lot more difficult, but with the wind, it might not take Herscher too long to score.
We've seen how fast they can go down the field, and that doesn't take them long.
Well, it's the first time in a long time that we've had ourselves a football game in the fourth quarter. Earlier this year against Coal City, there was one. That was a good one, too. 1st and 10 for Herscher. Ball at their own 33-yard line. They trail at 24-13 here as we start the fourth quarter. Trips receivers to the near side, 2 to the far, out of the shotgun again. Is Tyler Jones. Chops back, fires down the far sideline.
Oh,
there was
nobody
within 30 yards.
Somebody blew their coverage.
Of Trevor Burns, and I mean within 30 yards. They could have thrown that thing underhand. He could have run backwards and made it in the end zone.
Yeah, there was nobody over there.
He overshot his receiver by about 20 yards, but if he would have hit that,
oh my!
I want to talk about a quick strike. That would have been it.
That would have been
2nd and 10 for Herscher. My goodness, I haven't seen anybody that open in a long time.
I was just going to say, when's the last time you've seen somebody that open like that?
Trips receivers to the near side. Jones out of the gun, takes the snap, drops back, looks near side, and gets sacked back at the 20.
Nice
what
tackle.
A sack by Sam Jones. Trips him up with his left arm, and Tyler Jones dropped back at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up now 3rd down and 23 or so. I didn't think Tyler Jones even got tackled before the 20-yard line. They put him all the way back at the 19. Trips receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Jones out of the gun again. To his left is Trevor Burns. Takes the snap, looks right side, pressured from the backside, almost got sacked again, and just throws it away out of bounds on the near sideline. And it'll bring up 4th down as Jones is blown up on the play.
Pressure. That's pressure.
So Owen Weaver gets to him from the backside, and Tyler Jones limping a little bit coming off the field.
He got his jersey pulled down off of his pad. He got to put that back up there. He took a good blow there.
I didn't know if he recognized that Owen Weaver was coming or not, but he must have felt it because he got rid of the football.
Uh-oh.
And the snap goes back past the punter, Fisher, and it's loose in the end zone, and Wilmington's going to recover it for a touchdown. Touchdown, Wilmington, off another bad snap on a punt for Herscher as it's recovered in the end zone by Keaton Hansen. What a break that is.
Wow, that will help. Ooh.
That is unbelievable. That's the second time tonight that the snap has gone by the punter, Tyler Herscher, and he tried to pick it up and knock it out of the end zone, do something with it, but he got tackled at the same time. And then Hansen right there to jump on top of it. So now extra point from Alex Hatton, and that really does a bunch of damage. And the kick here is good. Kick from Alex Hatton is good. And Wilmington leads at 31-13 with 11:05 to go in the game. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 30 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com or call 815-521-0900. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in downtown Coal City is an authentic Italian restaurant that's all about sharing great food in a relaxing atmosphere. Ricchetti's has delicious paninis, sandwiches, calzones, salad, pasta, and of course, their incredible pizza. Plus, you can check out a game on one of their many TVs, and they have Wi-Fi too. Stop by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria today at 375 South Broadway in Coal City.
So 31-13 is the lead for Wilmington as Alex Hatton approaches, kicking off right to left into the wind. Little squib kick. Boy, that's covered up right at the 45 of Herscher. Hit right at Tyler Herscher, and once again, Herscher will have very good field position at the 45-yard line with 11:04 to go in the game. Wilmington up 31-13. So again, for Herscher, you would need 2 touchdowns to get back in this thing.
Would you tell me what's the great advantage of squib kicking?
Yeah. Not only that, you need 2 touchdowns and a field goal if you're Herscher to get back in this thing.
Why don't they just kick
well, they're squibbing it. He was hoping to get it by that first line and get it down there around the 30 or so because they're kicking into the wind. And in any case, 1 receiver to the far side, 2 back to the near. Out of the gun is Jones. 1 running back in the backfield. Jones going to keep it, trying to get right side. Almost threw an interception, threw the ball really late as Owen Weaver was dragging him down. Dylan Wallace and Tyler Breimer are over here on the near side in coverage, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Herscher. Well, Wilmington's still banking on getting to the quarterback faster than he can throw it, and that's worked for the most part tonight.
Yeah,
by the way, I think somebody said the Cubs are winning 5-0.
Yes. Pirates are tied 4-4 right now.
I don't think I've watched a baseball game in 6 months, ever since the Sox were out of it, which is about the first pitch of the year. Snap back to Jones, drops back to pass, looks right side, pressured from the backside, fires deep down the sideline. That's over everybody's head and way out of bounds, and it will bring up 3rd and 10.
He saw probably there was nowhere to go with it. He's just going to get tackled back there, and he did the wise thing, just throw it out of bounds. Make sure nobody can get a hold of it. Because the pass protection that good, or the pass defense that time was very good.
So 3rd and 10 upcoming here for Herscher, and you're pretty much in 4-down territory no matter what at this point with 10:51 to go in the game and trailing by 3 scores. Now 2 receivers to the far side, 2 back to the near, 1 lone setback in Tyler Stewart as well. Now he comes to the right slot. So that makes trips receivers near side. Jones fires over the middle, caught, and this time Stewart is blasted at the 45-yard line by McWilliams, but it is enough for 1st down.
Just got to just barely right when the 1st down was.
So they spotted short
of
the 45-yard line, so it'll be 4th and half a yard or so for Herscher.
Now that time, Herscher got the raw.
Boy,
video
I
that
don't
time.
know.
He was right over right on his back was on the line. The ball was over the line, and he's getting short of the line.
Now what are they doing? Are they going to measure this? Yeah. All right. It's got to be.
Well, I think it's got to be a few inches short.
Well, I don't know.
Well, no, look at that. Where the ball is.
It
They
could
got to
be
be
a
moved.
first. No, it's going to be close.
Yeah, it is going to be close. The guy moved. We can see the ball now.
Let's see. Stretch it out, and it is. He's got to be like a link short.
Yeah. An inch to 2 inches or something like that.
So
really
bring up 4th down and an inch, very similar to what Wilmington had.
Well, that Tyler Stewart, he's a matchup.
Yeah, that's tough.
Problem for
He's
anybody.
so big.
Man. Oh man, what a target! To
Wonder
throw
if that
to.
kid can play basketball, because if he can, they got something there.
Look at him. That is crazy.
4th down and an inch, and I formation for Herscher with Matt Alsip as the tailback. Under center is the quarterback. Hands off to Alsip. He's got the first down by about a half a yard or so, and Herscher will have it 1st and 10 at the Wilmington 44-yard line. But the clock is not Herscher's friend. Coming up on 10 minutes to go in the game, and the clock is rolling.
Well, they're doing what they have to do. They're keeping control of the ball and moving it down the field a little at a time.
1st and 10 for Herscher, just inside the 45-yard line of Wilmington. Trips receivers to the far side.
The left now.
2 back to the near. Snap back to Jones. Drops the snap in the backfield, and now he's going. The ball is still loose, but finally covered up back at the Herscher 49-yard line or so. Make it the 48. And that will bring up 2nd down and 22 yards. Boy, Herscher's been their own worst enemy with bad snaps and all kinds of stuff going on. So again, trips receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Jones will be out of the gun. 9:08 to go in the game. Wilmington leads at 31-13. Herscher going left to right with the wind. Jones by himself takes the snap, fires far side, caught. Nope, dropped on the play by Tyler Stewart, and defender for Wilmington fell down, so Stewart had all kinds of room, but couldn't catch the football, and they'll bring up 3rd down and 22.
Boy, he would have had who knows how many yards. It just hit him in the wrong place, right in his hands.
He's made a lot of catches tonight. He made 3 or 4 catches tonight on the run.
Yeah. Oh, good receiver. Even the good ones will drop one once in a while.
So 3rd down and 22 again. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Out of the gun by himself is Tyler Jones. Chops back, pressure, trying to get away, and he's not going to get very far. In fact, he's going to be sacked and lost in the play of a yard. I think it was James Cox and Gugis also on the stop for Wilmington. And we'll bring up 4th down and 19 or so. And for Herscher, you can't even go for it because it's such a long distance that they're going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, Tyler Jones has run the ball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting the sacks, minus 29 yards, second half.
Snap back, good snap this time. The kick by Fisher bounces at the 25, kicks backwards to the 29. And it will be 1st and 10 Wilmington from right there. Now, if you're Wilmington, get a few first downs, burn some clock here, and this thing will be over with. As the Cats lead at 31-13 with 8:11 to go in the game.
Well, this is what Wilmington needs now. They need a long ball control drive. And so far in the second half, they've had a hard time doing that.
1st and 10. Wilmington from the 28. Pitch back to Weaver. Breaks free across the 35 out near the 38. Close to another first down. Stopped on the play by Joel Azzarelli. So
Wow.
a gain of 9 yards, and it'll bring up second down and a yard.
You got extra time that time. I notice they're starting to get Weaver. They're starting to catch him by the ankles, which is a good way to bring a big guy down like that down, moving down the field. You get him ankles, he stops.
Apparently, Plano is winning 7-0 over Peatone in the fourth quarter.
Huh.
7-0 with 5:38 to go in the fourth quarter. I have no idea what's going on in Peatone, but good for them. Second down and a yard, and keeping it on the quarterback keeper is Treadman. He'll pick up about 3 yards. First and 10 for Wilmington from their own 40. By the way, Westmont leads Seneca 34-7. That's Wilmington's next opponent is Seneca.
Can you believe that? Now, I would have thought Seneca would have won that game.
Lyle defeated Reed Custer tonight 42-0. DeKalb leading Morris 35-14. Coal City leading Streeter 14-6. That's another weird
that is
score tonight. Mantino 41-21 over Sandwich. It's a strange night in the I-8, that's for sure. First and 10 for Wilmington from the 40-yard line. Clock rolls under 7 minutes to go. Pitch back to Hawkins. Skips over a defender across the 45 to near the 48-yard line.
What a piece of running.
He'll pick up a good 8 yards on first down.
That's his first positive yards in 4 carries.
Well, one thing for Nick Hawkins is that he's had to earn everything, and he will the rest of the year because every single team will just load everything up against him.
Let's see.
He's got to be closing in on 100 yards for the night and a score.
He's at 99.
So second down and 2 for Wilmington from their own 48. Again, quarterback keeper, and this is going to be close to a first down. Treadman on the carry. And that should be enough for another Wilmington first down. Well, the nose of the football's across the 50, so it has to be a first down.
Unless they get crooked. Oh, great. Unless they get crooked lines.
Unless the chain is off. The chain is just shy of the 50, and the ball's sitting with the nose across the 50, but they're going to go ahead and measure this, give everybody a little bit of a break here, and
the teams don't mind having a little breather here.
I'd say it's a 100% certainty that he got this first down, unless the chain is way off.
You got it.
And there it is by a good third of the football or so. So 5:51 to go in the game. 31-13 is the lead for Wilmington.
Once again, Wilmington's doing what they need to do. Just hang on to the ball. If your son was here, how would he say ball?
Yeah, ball.
Ball.
And some weird southern accent, too. He's not quite 2 years old, and he's developed like I don't know if it was the week we spent in Louisiana and Mississippi or what, but ball and cookie. He says both of those with a southern accent, but everything else he talked like the rest of us. So first and 10 for Wilmington from midfield. Back to the double wing once again. Handoff to the fullback, which goes next to nowhere. Matter of fact, no gain on the play. That's McWilliams on the carry. Brett McWilliams, who had to come in tonight for the injured Nick Preto, who got hurt in the second half. The one benefit for Wilmington for that is that McWilliams was the original starting fullback on this team when the year started. So he has plenty of experience back there, but you hate to see Nick Preto go down, especially when he was starting to develop into such a viable threat for the Cats.
Yeah, Alex Lisa, the left guard for them, shot underneath everybody and just submarined everybody, and he tripped right over top of him. That blew that play up.
So second and 10 for Wilmington. Pitch back to Hawkins. Across midfield, he slipped to the ground. Actually looked like he had a pretty big hole to cut back to. And we have a timeout to Herscher with 4:27 to go in the game. So they will use a timeout. 4:27 left in the fourth. 31-13 is the lead for Wilmington. Take a break. Back with more Wildcats football in just a moment.
ACN representative Pete Treby has a very simple way for you to save money on your monthly bills. All you have to do is go to Pete's website and fill out the free analysis form. Then Pete will show you a detailed way to save money on everything: wireless, satellite TV, high-speed internet, local and long distance, computer support, and coming soon, save money on energy. Go to the sponsors page on this website, click on ACN Representative Pete Treby's link, fill out the free analysis form, and start saving money today.
So the Cats lead at 31-13, and it's what pretty much been one of the better games of the year. The Coal City game was a little bit closer than this, but Herscher's put up a good battle. The problem is they've shot themselves in the foot a couple of times.
Right, they have. But it's been a strong battle. Both teams have played hard.
Yeah, but a good game tonight, much like we knew it would be.
Yeah.
A good four-quarter battle. 3rd down and 8 for Wilmington from the 48 of Herscher. Again, double wing. In motion, Weaver gets the little pitch back, and he slipped and gets dropped after a gain of a yard or so. And Wilmington will face 4th down and 7, and Herscher will burn another timeout. They're down to just 1 left. So unless they can score in a real hurry, the Herscher Tigers are going to be in a little bit of trouble. Again, they would need 3 scores, even with 2-point conversions. They would need a couple of touchdowns, at least 1 2-point conversion, and a field goal to tie this thing, which isn't impossible. I mean, it's within the realm of possibility. But
when you have a passing attack, and they've got one, you can cover ground fast, but you'd have to have some things go your way too.
Well, Wilmington next week will be at home to take on Seneca. And if the score tonight is any indication of how that game's going to go, Westmont is beating Seneca 34-7. And Wilmington just scored 40 on Westmont in the first quarter the other night. So that could get real interesting real fast.
I never would have thought Westmont would have beaten Seneca.
No, not like that. They shouldn't have, but you never know.
I mean, I thought Westmont.
They probably got their starting quarterback back for one thing.
Well, that's true.
4th down and 7 for Wilmington.
And evidently that guy can really rocket the ball.
In the last 2 games of the year for the Cats, by the way, Piatone on the road, which is not going to be easy, and then Mantino at home. That's going to be a couple of really strong games at the end of the year. Kick here will bounce at the 25. Wow, look at that roll. Beautiful kick inside the 15, goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line. What a kick by Keaton Hansen. Herscher backed up deep, has it 1st and 10 with 4:10 to go in the game, and they trail it 31-13. So Herscher will have it 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line, and they need to score in a hurry. Trips receivers to the far side. There is one back to the near.
Well, if you wanted to blitz somebody in, now's a good time to go for it.
Out of the shotgun is Tyler Jones, takes the snap.
Nobody's going
looking
after
right side, fires it near side out of bounds. And there's nowhere to throw that either.
No.
Threw it over the head of Matt Alsop. Good coverage by Sam Jones.
What they did was they just almost double-teamed everybody. They didn't rush anybody after him. They just dropped back and covered everybody like a blanket.
2nd down and 10 for Herscher. Again, trips to the far side, one to the near. Jones out of the gun, and one running back to his right. Snap back to Jones. Pressure up the middle, fires down the near sideline. It is caught, and this might go for a touchdown. Lumbering down the sideline is Tyler Stewart, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Herscher. Well, I guess there's your quick strike. That would be 86 yards on the pass play from Tyler Jones to Tyler Stewart. And it's 31-19. Herscher needs 2 points. And I said before, I don't know why you just don't throw the ball up to that guy. There's no one out there that can cover that.
Yeah, Nick was playing him, but it was over top of Nick's reach. I mean, there's no way he could interfere with that ball.
That's all you got to do is throw him out there on the sideline and launch it up in the air to him.
There's nobody that can cover him.
Well, now it gets a little bit more interesting. If Herscher can get 2 points here, he would make it a 10-point game, which would mean they would need a touchdown and a field goal. So 31-19 I formation here for Herscher. Tailback is Alsip. Chopping back, Jones fires near side. It is caught by Tyler Stewart, and the 2-point conversion is good. I just keep doing that. 31-21 is a lead now for Wilmington. 3:53 to go. This thing's not over yet. Take a break. Back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIGtech.com.
Teresa's Styling Salon in Wilmington is a casual, family-friendly salon that caters to people of all ages. Teresa's provides everything from haircuts to perms to manicures, and they can highlight or color your hair for that special look. Teresa's is located in the Southgate Plaza on Water Street in Wilmington. Call today for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
So Herscher will set it up, and what I'm assuming will be an onside kick. With 3:53 to go here and just one timeout left. So if Wilmington has a hands team, and I guess they do, they would be up there now. In fact, Nick Hawkins is up front, as is Owen Weaver. And as now Tyler Fisher will approach. And the onside kick. That's a pretty good onside kick, actually. Covered up by Tyler Breimer at the 47 of Wilmington.
Well, you realize it took Herscher 13 seconds to score. So they could do a lot of scoring they did per possession. Wilmington's got to hang on the ball.
Now, the problem for Herscher now is they only have one timeout left. So
right,
Wilmington can take off a good 2 minutes off the clock before Herscher even gets the ball back. And that's if Wilmington doesn't get a first down.
And, of course, it's 13 seconds to score.
I don't suppose Wilmington has a prevent defense. I guess not.
Use it.
So 1st and 10 for the Cats from their own 47. Back to the double wing goes Wilmington, Weaver and Hawkins. Pitch back to Hawkins. Trying to go right side, and he gets stacked up, still going. Churns ahead across the 50
well, he
down
just
to the
to stop.
49 of Herscher.
Beautiful run.
A gain of 3 yards or so.
They were keying on him right away, and he just took people with him and he forced that ball.
Well, there's the last Herscher timeout of the game with 3:42 to go. They trail at 31-21. Wilmington will have the ball 2nd down and 7. And if the Cats can get one first down, this game is over. So Coal City now leads Streeter 21-6. That game in the second half. Plano has managed to now get 2 scores against Peatone. I don't know what was going on over there. Well, it's 21-0 Plano in the 4th quarter. Boy, that game.
They're starting to roll now.
I don't know how that was 0-0 in the 3rd. It's 7-0 in the 4th, but I don't know if Plano was looking past them or what, but that. I'm telling you, though, Peatone tends to, they're usually bigger kids, and they tend to hang around a little bit.
Yeah, you got to finally wear them down, maybe, huh?
So 2nd down and 7 for Wilmington from the 49 of Herscher. Boy, there's just nowhere to go. Pitch back to Hawkins, and he literally is like he was stopped in traffic.
He was. All the bodies were piled up ahead of him. There was nowhere to run.
So the clock continues to roll. It'll be 3rd and 6 for Wilmington from the 48 of Herscher. So Wilmington can take this clock all the way down to 2 minutes if they don't get a first down, and that's going to leave Herscher with not a whole lot of time. Although, as you said last time, they only needed 13 seconds.
I mean, and I double team that receiver. That's the only guy that can beat you.
Again, double wing with McWilliams in there at fullback. Handoff comes near side. Weaver trying to get the corner inside the 45. Bangs ahead down to the 44-yard line. And it's not going to be a first down, but it might be, I don't know. It'll be 4th and a yard, and he went out of bounds, and that doesn't help the Wilmington cause.
No, it doesn't.
So 4th down and a yard, and Wilmington, I would think, will try to go for it here. I think they can pick up a yard. Maybe not. I don't know. The way tonight's gone. So here we go. 4th down and a yard, and it looks like Wilmington is going to go for it. 2:49 to go. This, folks, is your ball game. If Wilmington can get 1 yard, they will claim the small division championship in the I-8, but there's still a lot to be decided here. 4th down and a yard. McWilliams at fullback, Hawkins and Weaver at wingbacks. The Cats trying to draw them off sides. Treadman tried a hard count, and now we're going to have a delay of game. That didn't even come close to drawing Herscher off sides. They stood as a stone wall, so that'll back it up 5 yards.
That was a waste of time.
Well, I guess you're trying to see that they would jump. Now you just punt it.
I'd have still gone for it.
I would have been tempted to at 4th down and a yard.
I still would have. I mean,
well, now you got 2:49, and they're giving Herscher the ball back with a lot of time left.
And kicking against the wind. Our kicking hasn't been good tonight, period. Now you can use a good
interesting.
One.
Good snap back. Boy, it's a really nice snap. Kick from Keaton Hansen goes nowhere. And I mean literally nowhere. This is going to be a punt of 5 yards.
5, and you lost 5 on the
good grief
penalty.
All right, so 1st and 10 for Herscher from the 44-yard line of the Tigers, and this thing is still wide open.
Yeah, they're in a good place to score now very quickly with their passing attack.
So Wilmington plays it safe. Don't go for it on 4th and a yard. Try to draw them off sides, and now you've left Herscher with a short field. 2:40 to go, and they need 2 scores. 2 receivers to the far side. Trips back to the near. Out of the gun is Tyler Jones. Waiting for the snap. Takes that, drops back to pass, looking deep down the far sideline. That is incomplete. Overshot his intended receiver, Trevor Burns, down around the 25-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 10.
I might hasten to add, too, that Tyler Jones' 76% completion average is taking a hit.
Yeah, yes, it has. Tyler Breimer out there in coverage for the Cats. Again, trips receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Tyler Jones will be out of the gun again. Well, for the people who took off and left early from this game, you're going to regret that in a minute. Here's a pass, comes near side. Wow, wide open receiver at the 35 of Wilmington. Brigham Haas. Now, he wouldn't have gone for a touchdown, but he would have gone for about 30 yards.
You know, what they've done is they're backing the people back, but they're playing a zone coverage, and nobody's on nobody.
All the Wilmington defensive backs on the near side all talking amongst themselves, saying, we got to get this thing.
I think it's time to put some pressure on that quarterback again.
Bring up 3rd down and 10 for Herscher. 2:30 to go in the game. 31-21, the lead for Wilmington. So Jones again out of the gun. Swing pass far side. And this is going to go for about 4 yards. As Burns on the reception, Nick Hawkins on the tackle, and this is your game once again. 4th down and close to 7 for Herscher. Clock rolling down to 2:10 to go. Trips receivers near side, 2 to the far. Jones in the lone setback out of the shotgun, drops back.
No pressure.
Looking right side, fires. It is caught at the 45 of Wilmington. Down to the 40, to the 35, down to the 27-yard line. And finally tackled on the play was Hendricks. Dominic Hendricks. Out of the shotgun, Tyler Jones again. Trips receivers to the near side. Jones fires down the far sideline. It is caught for the touchdown. Touchdown, Tyler Stewart. It's now 31-28. And Wilmington's defensive game is all over the place. No one even near Tyler Stewart. And 31-27 pending the extra point. So a 27-yard touchdown pass makes it now 31-27 pending the extra point, and this thing is far, far from over. Good snap, good hold. The kick is good as well. So 31-28, Herscher right there. They've scored a couple of very late touchdowns. Wilmington has gone into a shell and played very, very conservatively, and that has cost them.
Yeah, you know what they've done? They've played not to lose instead of to win, and it's biting them good.
31-28 is the lead for Herscher. If they recover an onside kick, dare I say, they might win this football game because Wilmington has not been able to stop the pass at all in the fourth quarter. It's been...
Well, what Wilmington's decided to do, they decided not to rush the passer, just let him have all day back there and pick out his guys. You put a guy like Stewart out there with all day to hit him, you're going to lose.
Well, now Wilmington desperately needs to cover up the onside kick. If they do that, then you can almost run out the rest of this clock on 3 straight carries. I don't know if you can completely do it, but you can come really close. So let's see what Herscher does for an onside kick. Last time it was a pretty good one. Off the foot of Tyler Fisher.
Okay, 10 yards. It's got to go past the 50.
31-28 is the lead for Wilmington. It was 31-13 with, 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter? And then that lead just blew apart in a hurry.
That's what I was saying. You got that big guy. You just go to him. That's what you can do fast.
All right, let's see what they have in their bag of tricks here. Tyler Fisher will approach and try an onside kick. And it goes 3 yards. It goes 3 yards, and Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from the Herscher 40. Well, they're going to say 2 yards. Well, it does need to go 10 yards, but it goes.
Yeah, they're saying over here that the ball fell off the tee as he's kicking it. That doesn't matter.
Well, not if he made contact with it.
No,
they didn't blow it dead.
He makes contact with it. That's it.
I'm not so sure it blew off the tee. I think he just
missed it.
Missed it.
He might have just missed it.
Well, now it's still not completely over here.
No, Wilmington still got to hang on to that ball for a little while.
Herscher has no timeouts, but the Cats need to hang on to the ball and use up every second off of that play clock that they can use. Well, this has gotten really interesting late.
Offense, we've done nothing but use just very, very broad plays. On defense, we've gone in prevent defenses, and it's killed us. So now we're going to have to hang on the ball here.
31-28, 1:49 left. Wilmington needs to run some clock here. Pitch back to Hawkins. Trying to bounce it outside, cuts it back up the middle, still churning all the way down to the 38-yard line. And you have to wait for everybody to uncover the pile, reset the ball, and blow the play in. And this is taking a little while. A gain of 4 will bring up 2nd down and 6. So the referee blows it in play here with 1:23 to go. So Wilmington can take it all the way down to a minute. I mean, they can pretty much, in effect, burn off the rest of this clock, but maybe not 100%.
What they need to do is earn a little bit themselves and get a 1st down.
Yeah, that would do it. Get a 1st down, this game's over. 2nd and 6 for Wilmington. Ball at the 38-yard line of Herscher. Treadman under center. Hands it off Hawkins up the middle. Churns ahead all the way down, and I think he's got a 1st down, and if he does, well, he might be just shy of it, but he's really close.
Gain of 4 in play. Can't be gain of 4, gain of 5.
Well, and nobody's running the clock. So the clock stopped, and now they will make it 3rd down and a yard.
Boy, can you believe that? They had the clock running. No, stop.
Well, and as long as it took them to blow that play in, this is over. because all Wilmington has to do is run the ball down or run the clock down inside 25 seconds and take a knee and get out of here. Herscher has no timeouts left. You don't even need to hang the ball off. I think I would take a knee, but they line up in double wing here. Pitch back to Weaver. He breaks free inside the 20, 15-10, and finally tripped up inside the 10-yard line at the 9, and a gain of 22 yards, and that is going to do it for Wilmington. The clock's going to run out. Boy, it was a weird one.
For Wilmington's sake, I'm glad they got that first down and got it convincingly.
But the clock will run off, and the Wildcats will escape out of here with a 31-28 win. This looked like it was going to be much more convincing than that a while ago, and Wilmington left the door open, and Herscher ran back through it. 31-28 is the win for Wilmington over Herscher tonight. The Cats move to now 6-0, and Herscher will drop to 4-2. We'll take ourselves a break. We'll come back with a post-game show brought to you by ACN Representative Pete Treby. In just a moment, we'll get your final totals, some scores from around the area, and talk to Coach Reentz as well. We're back here in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. If you need something done around your house, chances are Beth's Busy Bees can get it done. They specialize in residential and commercial cleaning, but they can also do lawn care, small home remodeling and repair jobs, and even things like caregiving. Beth's Busy Bees is a small family-owned business, and they will treat you right every time. Call 815-685-9111 for Beth's Busy Bees today. Warren's Collision Center is your hometown body shop specializing in top-of-the-line customer service. Warren's accepts all insurance companies, and they offer free estimates, certified technicians, and a lifetime written warranty. Plus, Warren's will set you up with a rental car while your vehicle is in the shop. So the next time you need work done on your vehicle, call my good friend Warren at 815-458-3300 or stop by Warren's Collision Center at 242 North Front Street in Braidwood. You can also check them out online at warrenscollision.com. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 30 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com or call 815-521-0900. Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria in downtown Coal City is an authentic Italian restaurant that's all about sharing great food in a relaxing atmosphere. Ricchetti's has delicious paninis, sandwiches, calzones, salad, pasta, and of course their incredible pizza. Plus, you can check out a game on one of their many TVs, and they have Wi-Fi too. Stop by Ricchetti's Cafe and Pizzeria today at 375 South Broadway in Coal City. ACN Representative Pete Treby has a very simple way for you to save money on your monthly bills. All you have to do is go to Pete's website and fill out the free analysis form. Then Pete will show you a detailed way to save money on everything: wireless, satellite TV, high-speed internet, local and long distance, computer support, and coming soon, save money on energy. Go to the sponsors page on this website, click on ACN Representative Pete Treby's link, fill out the free analysis form, and start saving money today. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
So 31-28 is the win for Wilmington tonight in a game that almost got away from them in the end. The Cats had a 31-13 lead with about 6 minutes to go in the game. And then all of a sudden, Herscher scored a touchdown in 13 seconds on an 86-yard touchdown pass, and then got the ball right back, went right down the field, scored again, but could not get the onside kick. And Wilmington managed to hang on to the football long enough to kind of run out the clock. So Wilmington will go to 6-0. Herscher will drop to 4-2. And boy, one of those games that you almost let slip away and it almost disappeared. So luckily enough for the Cats, they managed to hang on and keep this one in the victory column as opposed to letting it go away. Have the final scoring totals here for you in just a moment. We'll also talk to Jeff Reintz, the head coach of Wilmington, will come up here and join us here in just a minute to talk about this one. But first and foremost, we'll get to our stats from tonight. First of all, for Herscher rushing the football, Tyler Jones, 7 rushing attempts for negative 26 yards. That's including sack yardage. Matt Alsop, 7 rushes for 13 yards and a touchdown. On the night, Herscher, 14 rushes for negative 13 yards. Through the air, the Herscher Tigers were 16 of 33 for 236 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Tyler Jones started out 7 of 12 for 58 yards and finished with 236 through the air. 223 yards of total offense for Herscher. There were a couple of turnovers in there as well, an interception and fumble. For Wilmington on the night, rushing the football, Jeff Treadman, 9 rushing attempts for 19 yards. Nick Hawkins ran the ball 23 times for 119 yards and a touchdown tonight. Brett McWilliams, 1 carry for 0 yards. Nick Preto ran the ball 7 times for 33 yards and then went out with an injury not too long into the second half. And we haven't heard anything on Preto. Maybe we can get something from Coach Reintz when he comes up here to join us tonight. But he had 33 yards on 7 carries. Owen Weaver ran the ball tonight 20 times for 218 yards and a couple of touchdowns. So when they keyed on Nick Hawkins, Owen Weaver managed to start moving the football and did so with regularity. Wilmington, 52 rushing attempts, 389 yards, and 4 touchdowns as well tonight. Wilmington through the air, Jeff Treadman was 1 of 2 for 16 yards. As the Cats on the night, 405 yards of total offense to Herscher's 223. And Wilmington had this thing pretty much in the bag in the fourth quarter, 31-13. They then kind of go into no pressure mode. Herscher goes right down the field, scores a touchdown. Then Wilmington gets the ball back again, has it at 4th and a yard, just outside the 40-yard line of Herscher. And they decide to go for a hard count. Don't draw anybody off sides. Get a penalty, move the ball back 5 yards, give the ball right back to Herscher, and they go right down the field and score again. And then with a 2-point conversion, making it 31-28. And at that point, they tried another onside kick. Unfortunately, the kick only went 2 yards, and Wilmington gets the ball back and just runs out of the clock. And
now the rest is history. And we were up there watching, and Coach Well, they just got really conservative the second half, and they really stopped putting pressure on the quarterback. They let him sit out there and try to knock the ball down, and that was almost a disaster looking back on it. And then when they tried to draw him off sides for the kick, didn't work. Then they kicked the ball 5 yards. They gave him right back, so they lost 5 yards in penalty, gave the ball 5 yards out. So,
earlier when we said Mantino was only beating Sandwich, what was it, 34-21? Mantino's now winning 61-21. So that thing got out of control in a real big hurry. DeKalb a 35-21 lead over Morris, and I'm pretty sure Jeff Rinks is
not coming
headed to the locker room. I think he'll actually end up back up here anyway. I'm pretty sure he's headed up here. We'll talk to him before we wrap up some things here tonight. But the Cats once again had a 31-13 lead with 6 minutes left, and it almost disappeared on them, and it did so in a hurry. I mean, Herscher didn't do really anything offensively for most of the night. And then all of a sudden, toward the latter stages of the fourth quarter, they just started moving the ball down the field. And as you mentioned, Wilmington kind of backed off on the pressure and the blitzes, and they made them pay.
You let that quarterback sit back there and wait for his people to get in position. All he did was throw the ball up where the big guy could get it. Nobody else could get it. And caught it right out of their hands and took it right on. And that's what you do when you got a weapon like that. Put him out there and use him. And the coach is going to get a picture. He's playing. He's coming over here.
All right.
So we'll see.
We'll wait another minute or two and let him come back up here in just a minute. Once again, big thank you to our sponsors tonight. Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you as it is each and every week by Breezer Construction Company. Our halftime show tonight from Warren's Collision Center over there in Braidwood. Our post-game show brought to you by ACN Representative Pete Treby. And big thank you to the rest of our sponsors as well. If you click right there on the sponsors page of the website, you'll get all the information on each and every one of our sponsors. Big thank you to Herscher tonight as well for allowing us to get into this press box. Also, big thank you to Jeff Dillon for sharing his camera spot with us.
Yeah, his camera spot is recorded with us and the whole thing. And what about next week's game?
What's up?
What do we have for next week?
Well, next week Seneca is back at Becker Field. That thing might get out of control really, really quick. Wilmington had a 40-0 lead in the first quarter last week, and then all of a sudden there was a running clock and the Cats got everyone in. Tonight, Westmont is winning 34-7 over Seneca. So you can imagine what's going to happen next Friday night. Of course, Coach Rinks won't tell you that. They have to be ready for everyone and all that, and that's true. But that could be real bad, real fast.
You got some gray hairs tonight.
Yeah, that was a strange ending to tonight.
I mean, all of them it seemed like good moves to take, but they just backfired.
Coal City now leading Streeter 35-12. That's in the fourth quarter. Coach Rain's just about back up here to talk with us for a few minutes. I'm not going to take up a ton of his time tonight. I know
he's breathing a sigh of relief.
He needs to get back to Wilmington. I think the team as a whole will get back on the bus and go.
Oh man,
we got out of here with one because it looked pretty comfortable.
Well, you had a long lead. You figure, well, they wouldn't get that much yardage on that quick. And boy, 2 long plays in a row.
The problem was that they did.
Ooh, and I mean, it probably wouldn't happen again, but it did tonight, twice in a row.
Yeah, that was a real strange ending to a night. And everybody that left here early, bet that they were kicking themselves once they left, and then they realized that this thing was a lot closer than what they anticipated. But joined now by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raints. And coach, with about 6 minutes left, it's 31-13. It's looking pretty good. And then all of a sudden, 4 minutes off the clock, and it's back to one more onside kick to try to cover and get a win.
Conference football championship. That's wasn't going to be that easy, but we were hoping it would be a little easier in the second half. I mean, you come out the first half and to play like we did, I was like, boy. And I think what happened, guys, is and when you get into a big momentum game and you're on the road, they get the big play, over Nick's head. And, they come out, they put their big receiver at running back, and they start to put him in motion. Well, that throws us for a loop, so we got to make adjustments, and they end up scoring. And then they get the two big pass plays. Well, now, then we punt the ball for 5 yards. And so what happened there is, and I hate to admit this, but, everybody got real clammed up.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of playing to win, we started hoping to win, and you can't play like that. But bottom line is Mr. Weaver had a heck of a night. Hawkins was good. Had some penalties that,
Yep.
we had some tough.
I fully understand.
We had some tough penalties, and but I will say, that evened out. There were some things on them that
right.
It was a tough refereeing crew, and I don't think it benefited anybody one way or the other because
right.
it evened itself out. I think we made some bonehead plays the second half. I'm sure if you talk to Danny Wetzel over at Herscher, they got some plays. Obviously, but the punt that we got for a touchdown.
Yep.
We had a touchdown here, a late flag. We had called for hitting the back, and it was just one of those nights that you got to the point. Let's just hang on and see what we did. And I think, like I told our kids, I thank them for our whole program because tonight's a special night because it's 20 wins in a row. And we are now, with the 6th win for sure, we are 20 straight years in the playoffs.
Wow.
So that's and then somebody told me tonight that's our 40th conference win or something in a row or something like that.
So you got a lot of that too. I mean, you got the conference championship to go along with that. I mean, there's a lot of things to be happy about tonight. The one thing was Nick Preto getting hurt.
Yeah, that's our first injury.
On the run there, and you hate to see that, especially when he's just working his way into a regular spot in the lineup.
Yeah, he banged up that ankle pretty good. So again, it's one of those deals that we'll have to look in the morning and see what he's got. I know Weaver too. His lower back was really hurting him toward the end, and you saw what he was doing out there. He was doing some nice things. But it's Game 6. That's our guys for Game 6. Was that my first or second time going on the field for an injury, so we're very fortunate that it's not bad. But we got a good taste in our mouth. But by the same token, we got put in a pressure situation, and we got some things to learn. But the only way you learn those is to go against a quality team like Herscher, and then you figure out what you got to do.
Well, you get this win tonight to go to 6-0. You get Seneca next week, and there's no secret there that they're struggling a little bit. I think the last time we heard they were losing to Westmont 34-7, and you get that group to come in next week, and then you close out the season again with two really good games.
Yeah.
Piatone and Plano, it was 7-0 in the fourth quarter of that game tonight. And
it's Friday night football.
I know it's crazy. I think last time we heard, I think it was 21-0, but Piatone giving them all they can handle. And Sandwich was close for a while with Mantino until they finally broke it open. Yeah, it was just one of those nights where it seemed like everything everywhere was kind of a little squirrely.
You get those, it's one or two a year that you kind of look at the scores and you're like, really? And,
it's
for us, we're fortunate to hang on here. You got, but Herscher battles hard.
Coal City getting another win tonight over Streeter. So a good win tonight, and as you mentioned, a slew of stuff that's accomplished as a program, and of course you get another conference championship here tonight, and the clinching playoffs that's big. That's the big one.
Yeah, now
that's the big one.
Now I told him, now can we get a couple more wins and get that high seed and be at home, because we all love being at home for it. And nice to be at home next week. Don't want to overlook after looking at the scores tonight, you better not overlook anybody. And but real proud of our kids to battle through what they did tonight. All right, Coach, congratulations on a win tonight. Hey, thank you. We'll see you next week for Seneca. Guys. Sounds good. All right, Coach Reentz joining us here on the postgame show, brought to you by ACN Representative Pete Trevey. So Wilmington wins it tonight, albeit trying to hang on late, 31-28. And before we get up the air here, the final now is 61-28. Mantino ended up defeating Sandwich. Well, it's like Coach was saying, you get to playing careful, not to lose, and then all at once it gets to snowballing on you, and that's what happened to them tonight. But they did manage to hold, and I was real proud of the fact that they got the ball the last time and drove it down and got that first down on the 22-yard line, and broke it open. So that was a good response by the team. All right, we'll wrap it up tonight. Wilmington goes to 6-0 on the year. More importantly, get a conference championship again.
They add to their, I think he said 20th win in a row, and it's a bunch of conference wins in a row too.
40th conference win or something.
So
like
yeah, there's a lot of things there, and another playoff clinching type of game too. So the Cats continue to roll. We'll see you next week. Wilmington to host Seneca. That could be really interesting very quickly next Friday night. So big thank you to everyone here at Herscher for allowing us to come out. The Cats get a win on the road. We'll see you next Friday night. You've been listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.